Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the L13 Division 2 Grand Final between Smug and Pojkarna. Tonight's going to be a very interesting game, but before we get into that, tonight I'm joined by my excellent co-caster, Arnold. How are you doing, Arnold?
I'm doing quite well this evening. How are you, Oxy?
I'm doing very well. Now, Arnold, for some of the players out there who might not know who you are, do you want to give us a bit of background into who you are? A bit of a new caster to join us on
Yeah,
the
I'm a bit
Ozpodcast
of a.
casting crew this season, so tell us where you're from, what's your story?
I've been a fairly new player overall, to be honest. I first played Div 2 this season. Before that, I only played like Div 4 and 5 Wooden Spooners, so Um, been sort of moving up in the ranks, learning lots about TF2, and been called to cast tonight, so it should be a really interesting game. I've been playing with these guys all season, so it should be good to see how they play against each other.
Certainly, and your team came fourth this season, if I am correct, in Div 2?
Yeah, fourth against
Great.
Get Some, which we are a bit disappointed with.
Oh, well, anyway, let's get into this. So the teams we're looking at tonight are Smug and Pojkarna. So for those who don't know, Smug got their entry into the grand final by taking the upper bracket final against Pojkarna, beating them 5-3 on Badlands and then a 5-0 on Sunshine. So I think the story for Smug's been a very dominant one this season. Looking at their stats, they've had a lot of very strong wins. And I think the story for Pojkarna has been a little bit different. They seem like they're a lot stronger than a lot of the other Div 2 teams around, but they're still looking at results, haven't really been able to rise to Smug, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Looking at
definitely not as dominant as Smug Pojkarna are, but they're still got a really strong team.
Certainly. I think something to take note of is in the lower bracket final, which is how Pojkarna made it into the grand final. It seems that they played Gully and Snake for their lower bracket final, and Pojkarna beat Get Some 5-1 on Gully and 5-0 on Snake, compared to the upper bracket final where it was a Badlands and Sunshine loss. And I think that's kind of reflected in the maps we're going to be seeing tonight on in the grand final. We see Pojkarna picking Gullywash as the first map that's going to be played tonight, which you can see from the lower bracket final. They had a very strong win, over Get Some on. And then we do see, Smug picking Sunshine, which they 5-0'd Pojkarna on in the upper bracket final itself. So, we see very strong maps for the two teams coming out. So I think we're going to be seeing some very dominant games from these two teams. But, we've spoken a bit about, what the kind of maps are for tonight. We're looking at Gully and Snake, Gully Sunshine and a Snake Decider. I think let's get into these teams. And I've been able to whip up some lovely quick stats for us to have a look at tonight for a few of the players. Unfortunately, we don't have any medic stats due to some time restraints and a few roster changes. But I think we'll go down the rosters for the two teams, and then we'll look at the stats for the two teams, Arnold. So I think I'll take us down the roster for Smug first. So we do have Space, who is the pocket for Smug. We have Rand Sibling on Roma for Smug. We have Neutral and Randy on Scouts. We have Geo Manus on Medic, if I'm correct, and we have Oni on Demo Man. Are you able to take us down the roster for Pojkarna?
Absolutely. We have Alice playing Medic, Pame and pardon me, Pame and Zato playing Scout. We have Pame seems to be playing Soldier tonight.
Yeah, I think there've been some changes around in terms of the classes that they kind of were playing with this season as their core, for lack of a better term, have kind of been changed around recently, especially with Alice starting off on Scout for them.
Yes.
So that's kind of reflected in the logs a little bit. So the logs are based off what their classes have been for the bulk of the season, but it could be somewhat different to what we're seeing tonight. I think that's what we've heard.
Continuing on, we have Scotch on the demo. Locke has been playing Pocket, and I believe he's been playing Pocket all season. Payment is playing Soldier. Zato will be playing Scout, and Ben, who is playing Scout, is from Korea, I've heard, is their famous Korean coach.
Yeah, I think his Korean ping is certainly something to marvel at, especially when you're playing against them. But anyway, we've got some lovely graphs here. So let's have a look at the Pocket kill death assists.
You there, Oxy?
Yeah, sorry, my mumble appeared to crash, which happens rather regularly, unfortunately. What I was just commenting on is saying that it appears that Locke has a higher amount of kills, but also a higher amount of deaths when compared to Space. Looking at those kind of stats there, anything that you can kind of draw out of that? Anything you can kind of think that might be the reason to that?
Space is probably the least experienced of the two, and I'd say the less DM focused. So I think Locke is just much more suited to actually getting the kills and closing down the frags. Locke can hit shots.
Certainly, and I think while we see that Locke has a certainly a higher amount of kills, when we're looking at the DPM and heals received, which is another lovely graph that I have prepared. The DPM for the two seem somewhat similar. Only about in terms of the average there, both over 300 DPM for pockets, which is very nice. And we do see that the heal ratio they're both getting about the same amount of heals from their med there, each game. So it seems
Indeed,
that
I'd agree.
while Locke has a higher amount of frags, I think what you're saying is that he can hit those shots, which I think is definitely possibly the reason for that. I think the DPM and the heals received, is certainly very equal between these two pockets.
Yes, and that's just a matter of putting the damage where it's going to find kills. So if you're just spamming a corner and getting DPM, you're not closing down frags or that, but it's still not useless. But you see that Locke is just applying his rockets in the right place at the right time. If that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, certainly. Let's have a look at the Scout kill assist death graph that I've set up for us tonight. One thing we can see already is that Zato got the higher amount of average kills for all the Scouts, but aside from that, they all seem pretty even. The deaths seem pretty even along with the assists. All these Scouts seem pretty equal in terms of all their stats there.
Yeah, definitely the shape of their graphs look that way. Pojkarna Scouts seem to just be edging over the top of the smug Scouts in terms of most things, including deaths and kills, and except for Zato assists. So as far as Pojkarna goes, they might just have the edge of the Scouts here.
I think something to note though is, as we were saying at the start there, that some of these players have had their roles kind of switched around. So I'm pretty sure it's Zato who I know he's still on Scout tonight, but it's Pame who's on Soldier. So I think he's played a few of the games that the stats were pulled for there. He was on Soldier, so that could be a reason for some of these changes. But switching over to the DPM and heals received for the Scouts, all the Scouts seem to be taking around the same percentage of heals. But something to note is that Randy seems to have a bit of a lower DPM than other Scouts. Nothing too low, but aside of all of them seem to be, just kind of breaking that 250 mark, whereas he seems to be down near that kind of lower end of the 200 mark there.
Indeed.
But at the end of the day, it is only 30 DPM, so it kind of just comes out in the wash. I personally think.
Yeah, and he's still taking less heals than neutral. He's taking less heals than Zato is taking a fair few percentage points more. But in the end, it's not too much to worry about.
I think looking at demo KAD is one of the bigger things that I've kind of noticed is you can kind of see that looking at the stats here, the kills for the two demos seem very even. Both averaging around 19 kills a game, but deaths is a big difference. Only almost half of the amount of deaths or just under half of the amount of deaths that Scotch has in terms of survivability there.
And that could be indicative of Scotch's perhaps a more aggressive player, or perhaps even his team isn't protecting him as well as being protected as Oni's being protected. So Scotch might be going for YOLO plays, or perhaps his team may be letting him down on the flank, but I suppose we see something like that tonight.
Certainly. Well, I think Scotch is somewhat of a newer player that we've seen in the scene this season. So do you think it could possibly be that, Oni's been around for a while? Do you think it could be like an experience thing or just a different, like, aggressive, passive playstyle difference?
It could definitely be an experience thing, but on the other hand, yeah, it just could be a passive-aggressive thing. I am not sure of Scotch's past team history. Does anyone in the chat have any highlights as to his old teams and past NL's Fortress? As we continue down the graphs, of course, Oxy.
Yeah, well, I think certainly looking at the DPM and heals received, I think there's something big. That we kind of saw that there was a big difference in the death between these two demo men. It seems like the DPM is also a big thing. We see Oni here with a big 350 DPM average compared to Scotch's just under 250, and I think 100 DPM difference between demo men can be a big thing.
That's huge, yeah.
But I think that can also maybe be chalked up to, as we were saying at the start, Smug have had a very dominant season. So I think maybe the demos had a bit more room to work with rather than being on the back foot. Maybe in some of the games more so, being able to get a bit more damage out there.
Yeah.
But considering it's an average, that.
Oh, that's true. It is an average. I'd just like to point out that Scotch wasn't demo the whole season. Locke was playing demo for the first few matches of the season. If I remember, he was maining Quickie Bomb launcher, and I think Scotch was brought in later as Locke moved to Pocket. It's just a thing to note there.
Okay, yeah. See, that could be a reason for some of the stats there, but yeah, I think it's something. It's very important to note the difference in that DPM, and I think it could be something that maybe is a defining factor tonight, or something that could come out in the games. Going down to the Roma kill assist death, I think as we saw from most of the other classes, pretty even for both of the players. We see Zumoj with a bit of higher kills there.
Only just. His KD ratio is much closer to 1 than Ran Siblings is.
Yeah, but I think also something to note is that Zumoj isn't actually playing tonight. So we got Pame in.
Oh, that's true, yes.
On Roma. The problem was that, his stats for Roma were so few that it wasn't able to make a proper graph with. So in light of that, I think it was more just to compare the two rather than comparing the two playing tonight. But yeah, you can see here that seemed pretty even between the Romas of the two teams.
Absolutely. And you say you don't have any medic stats, do you?
Unfortunately, I do not. Part of that was due to Alice not playing med for a few of the rounds at the starts. There were some problems with that along with some time restrictions, unfortunately.
Oh, that's fine.
Not being able to bring out those stats for us. But anyway, so as we were saying before, the first map we're going to see is Gully Wash tonight. We did see Pojkarna, taking this map very definitively against Get-Some, taking a 5-1 victory in the lower bracket final. So, what are your predictions coming into this map? What are you kind of thinking with these two teams? I think you can't deny how aggressive and how dominant Smug have been this season when playing against Pojkarna. Like, they've had very definitive wins whenever they've come up against each other. But it's a grand final, so anything can change.
Yeah, and roster shakeups as well. I think Gullywash being Gullywash, the Pojkarna soldiers will have a really fun time just being able to get that splash damage out. But also, on the other hand, Oni will probably have some fat traps and probably get quite a few good picks.
Certainly. And so what are your kind of score predictions you thinking? I'm thinking it's probably going to go to Smug. I think they're probably going to take it 5-4, I think.
Oh, I personally don't think it will be that close. Maybe 5-3, 5-2 for this first map.
And that's in the favour of Smug?
Oh, yes. Maybe in the second map, Sunshine, that'll be a lot closer, perhaps even 5-4 to Smug, or even a win by Pojkarna, because Sunshine, was it their pick, Sunshine?
Sunshine was the pick of Smug, and Smug beat Pojkarna 5-0 in the upper bracket final on Sunshine. So it could be.
Shows what I know.
It could be a different story. I'm not sure. I think if Pojkarna want a chance in this, I think it's going to have to go to third map, honestly, and that's my honest casting opinion.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Given the results from previous games, but who knows? They get 5-0'd on Sunshine. They might practice Sunshine like no other map has ever been practiced before for several weeks, and who knows? They might be gods on Sunshine now. But I think looking at what we know, I think they're going to have to take Gully to want to see a third map. And I think if Pojkarna aren't able to have a win on Gully, then I think they're going to be certainly on the back foot to try to take this grand final.
Who are we waiting for? Both teams are in the server.
I think they must have been waiting on us to get done with our lovely stats.
Perhaps. Our spaces, BRB. Apparently, from my lovely companion Riot, Pojkarna is said Pojkarna in Swedish.
From what I know, it's actually with an I from speaking to the team
Is
leaders
it?
and players. But yeah, they want it. It's Pojkarna.
Boy?
Is how they want it said. Yeah.
Hmm.
So who knows? Possibly a bit of wrong information there, maybe, or maybe I'm getting the wrong information.
No, I think I'm getting the wrong information.
Yeah, so for those who are just joining us, this is the L13 Division 2 Grand Final between Smug and Pojkarna. The first map we're going to see tonight is Gully Wash, then going on to Sunshine with a Snake Decider.
That sounds
If
familiar.
I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's Sunshine and a Snake Decider. So, Smug have come in from the upper bracket finals. They're the highest seed, with Pojkarna being the lowest seed. So, yeah, we're just going to be getting underway pretty soon. I'm Oxy, joined by Arnold, my co-caster, and Brodogs on production. And we're just kind of waiting to get into it.
I'd just like to put a bit of a shout out to Pame, who's playing in this match, for creating this fabulous logs parser for live logs, and he can collate all these results very quickly compared to the old way of having to do it manually. So that is how we're bringing you these statistics.
Yeah, it's certainly a great way to compile the stats when it works properly. Unfortunately, I was having a bit of trouble with it with my version of Excel, and some other problems. Me and Payne were spending a fair few good hours today trying to sort it out and trying to make it. We're able to get some good graphs for this game, and unfortunately, after several hours of work, it kind of didn't work out. So in the end, Brodogs had to rush home and put some stats into an Excel file and send them over for me. And I was rushing all this evening trying to get these stats out, so we're able to see some stats. So some got done, some didn't, and they might look a little bit more ghetto than some of the other stats, unfortunately. But I'm glad that we're able to get them out.
Smace seems to be back on his computer.
Certainly. I think something that might come into this is a lot of the games that I've cast of Pojkarnas this season, it kind of feels like when they're on the back foot and when they're not doing well, it seems like a few of their players get pretty frustrated.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Which I think could be a case. I think in a fair few of their games, we've seen a bit of frustration, kind of come out in their play, but also, be pretty visible in the chat. And I feel like if things don't go well for Pojkarna, which I think we saw in the up bracket final, 5-0, 5-1 losses, I feel like this could really put them on the back foot and make it really hard for them to try to kind of come back to this.
Whereas yeah, I feel really like unfortunate. Some of the oh, no, you go.
I was just saying, I think Smug are hungry for the win. They were goggles last season, if I remember correctly, and they were certainly tipped to take Div 3 and then got knocked out in the semis to a huge upset. So I think, a lot of these players on Smug, they're hungry for a win. But we are going live here, and I'm going to be having a look at Oni, the demo man for Smug on this mid. We do see Oni coming out big door here. Huge aggression from the scouts from Smug here. Taking down Zato. That's stickies from Oni there. We do see him coming up here now and meeting Pojkarna at their choke. A lot of aggression coming out here from Smug, and it seems like a very defined mid. We did a big bomb here coming in from Pame. Getting denied though from the pipes from Oni there.
Oh,
huge
rancid
headshot.
Destroyed.
Pame there.
So just jumping out from big door. Managed to pick up 2 players and the medic. This is really unfortunate. Oni stuck on the ground, gets taken out as well. The soldier's also under. Gets on the nipple. This mid is still going.
Yeah, we just see Pojkarna wanting to fight this. We just see the med down Geo Manus, so it's going to be a big advantage
That's a
for
late death, yeah.
Alice if they're able to grind this out and work some advantage with it.
They're already coming through choke now. Player above the door. Doesn't get anything done there. And by the looks of it, they're just going to be able to take the second point and push into last with the advantage.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Smug want to contest this second at all. Yeah, they're just backing right up. Gonna go for a last hold here. We don't really see any off classes. Oh, we see a Pyro
Randy's
coming
on Pyro,
out.
yeah.
Randy's on
Coming
Pyro.
straight in. Oh. Did you see Pam just get destroyed there?
No, I wasn't able to catch it, unfortunately. We do see here, just Pojkarna getting very aggressive at this river here. Ran Sibling does go down. So we just see
Pojkarna want to go.
Pam.
This would be the right time, and they are.
So we just see Pojkarna Ubering in here. Getting good aggression onto the combo of Smug.
They managed to get the Uber out just in time.
Scout on
they
the
get the
point.
cap down. Yeah.
That's going to be first round there to Pojkarna. Very defining round for them. Sound like very strong for them.
Yeah, at the end there, Uber, Smug seemed to be just quarreling on the mid-ground in front of the point instead of, like, saving the point, and the scout just went from under and capped it up.
Alright, and we do see here now Scotch, the demo man for Pojkarna, coming out of choke here, getting some good spam off. Oni goes down already, so this is going to cue the back Smug here. They're not going to want to fight this at all. They're going to try to get back and try to defend this second. We do see Pojkarna now streaming through this blue choke, getting very aggressive, and it seems like Smug are going to back off this second.
Well,
we see a fight up in river, but big spam coming in there from Pojkarna, and they're going to back right off this. They're not going to contest this as well. Great work by Scotch blocking them out. Huge damage in river right now from the demo man and soldier combo from Pojkarna, and Geo goes down. That's really, really not good for Smug, and that's going to probably cue a straight-on roll into last here. We do see, yeah, Pojkarna already in. There's an Uber on the point here. Neutral cleans up Scotch there, so he might be able to defend this. He does have spawners coming in now, and Pojkarna are in a really bad spot here. Yeah, we do see Alice and Zato just getting cleaned up here. So it's going to be an Uber advantage for Geo if he can hold on to it, and it's almost a wipe now for Pojkarna. We do see spawners coming up here, but they're going to lose this second point most likely. Yeah, we do see Locke just backing off now, choke into mid, and
bit of a 40% ad for Smug.
They tried to go in there and get aggressive, but unfortunately they had spawners coming in and just denying them straight away. We do see here Pojkarna just trading a bit of spam at big door here, not letting them get through.
Pam's gone sniper. Looking to equalize this ad. And he's just back at their choke.
Certainly. And we do see here just a bit of
Smug
spam
want to go,
being
they'd have
traded.
to be getting a position now.
We do see that the Uber exchange is coming out now for Smug on this point. They haven't been able to get any frags. All the players are really hurt on Pojkarna now. Alice down to 50 HP and just backing off this right now. We do see Scouts trying to fight this, but huge work from Rand Sibling there, picking up Zato and Scotch. And this is going to be a very strong mid. We do see a back cap going on here. But he does get shut down. There is a scout there to meet him. And that's Locke going down there. And it's going to be a mid for Smug.
Yeah, Alice got really caught out there. Like, she got caught on the point when all of her players were dead. So she really should have been backing up at that point. And unfortunately lost a team that they had built up.
Certainly.
Scotch has got sticks in the choke.
And we do see now Smug just getting very aggressive into this choke here, trading a bit of spam out. We do see Pojkarna holding very close. But we just see just a bit of spam here. Equal Ubers for the two teams, so they're probably just going to try to see what they can get out, see if they can maybe muscle something out here. Pojkarna still is holding very close, and I think both teams are just going to get their Ubers up and see what they can do. No off classes from either teams yet. It's just Smug trying to catch up Pojkarna perhaps. We do see them pushing big door now, so they have been split out by a scout there, and Space does go down.
Both teams are Uber.
That's really unfortunate for Space, and that's going to cue an Uber coming in here from Pojkarna, and they should be able to get a pick on the demo or the med here with Space going down there, but they're going to back off. Not going to take the chances with Pame going down to a nice scattergun.
Ransibling's still behind them in their lobby.
Yeah, we do see Neutral there going to the med, but unfortunately getting taken down. But Scotch and Rand Sibling coming in and doing huge work there and tying up a lot of the players there. We see a
Seems to be
scout on the
equal
mid,
trades.
and Randy Boston bashes down Alice. He does trade his own life, but that's gotta be Alice probably is not too happy about that. We do see space now on
Lone
the second
soldier.
point, capping it up. We do see a few spawners coming out here from Pojkarna, but they're probably not going to want to push out and contest this. Oh, they are going now. We do see Locke and Zato coming out here
Smug
trying to
spawns will
defend
be
this.
quite far away, yeah.
Space goes down. We do see it's a bit of a reset. We do see a boober advantage though for Geomanus here compared to Alice. He does have a 30% advantage that he is able to work with, and he's on the crits Krieg. That's something to note. Geomanus rolling that crits Krieg, so who knows? Pojkarna might know about this. They might not. They're holding very close to choke, and they want to get aggressive on this mid. So they possibly could work out really poorly for them. They don't know that the crits is in yet, and we should see it coming in very soon. They are getting ready. They're peeking. They're loading up. And here we go. We do see the crits coming out now from Oni. Let's see what he can get with it. Alice knows and backs off, but a few players down. And Alice goes down to the crits, and Scotch as well. Huge play from Oni there. And with that crits play, and this could be a second cap for Smug with only Payme up.
Just delaying those players.
And we're going to see Geo with a bit of a crits advantage here, if he's able to keep healing that and bring it in to last. We just see Locke in lobby there, putting a bit of spam out.
Yeah, that was really good. That was really good of Smug deciding to go with the crits. Like, when you've only got a tiny advantage like that in the spawns, then you might as well go crits and solidify like a good 30% advantage. So that was just them simply outplaying Podge, or Poyu.
Yeah, certainly. And we do that crits up now for Geo, and they're looking to go through upper balcony. The crits has come in for Oni, and he does get Alice. That's a big pick for them. Locke's getting very aggressive through Shutter here behind Oni, but he locked two. He gets space and neutral. Oh, and Smug this hasn't worked out very well for them. Oh my god! Rand Sibling coming in and getting the bomb and getting 3 and able to cap that point. Huge work from Rand Sibling there. Wow, that was a great bomb there from them.
I don't think Locke knew. Locke had his equalizer pulled out, just standing there with a thumb up his butt, and he's like, suddenly he gets capped.
Certainly, we do see Oni now coming out big door once again with his team here. Big soldier rushing getting denied by this guy. It's a huge air shot from Locke onto neutral above the point. Oh, that was beautiful. We do see so many down for Smug now, and this should cue the back out for them, but they still want to fight it. This is good work from Space, just delaying so Dio can get out here. Equal Ubers for the two teams, and Locke wants to chase but decides better of it and backs off to choke here. We do see Pojkarna already out on second though, getting very aggressive, taking height here, and we do see Smug wanting to fight this. We might see the U's come out here. We do see the U's come out on the scout there, but we do see Geo just getting flung from up top, not really able to get much out with that Uber. Might see a soldier get out here on second. Rand's going in and for a huge bomb. Does get the exchange with Scotch though, so
that's a good pick.
Yeah, and we do see Randy
this is a bad spot.
Taking 2 here, does he? So this is really poor for Pojkarna. They're probably going to lose the pocket. Yeah, and Alice is
running
on his own, backing out through big door. He's going to get out with his life, but they're going to lose mid for this.
Maybe.
Yeah, we see Locke. We see Alice already met up with his players in lobby there. So he's going to walk away with his life. But we just see about a 20% advantage for Smug now. Probably going to cue the push out on the second. Try to muscle out. We do just see Scotch just sticking it up and neutral kind of coming in, seeing what he can do. But it gets taken down.
Smug on, I like to push this. Smug might
got that Uber now.
Yeah,
look, this is going to work out really poorly for Pojkarna. They must have known they were on a disad then, and because Alice wasn't healing for a significant period of time, about 5 or 10 seconds, and Smug were able to get an advantage over getting so aggressive at choke and just getting punished for it so hard. We do see Geo backing off here and Oni just getting a bit of spam, dueling a scout in lobby. But we do see spawners now coming up. Scotch coming up from Pojkarna. And we do just see there's a fight going on at last here. Smug gonna probably have to back off this and not work out.
Now with 2 players down, they can't really push things like this. Smug do have the advantage, and on Gully Wash you can very easily push on an advantage like this.
Yeah, we do see
Lock
Pojkarna
goes
getting...
down.
Yeah, lock going down there. The neutral, that's not going to be great for Pojkarna here. Getting aggressive on the second, but the Uber comes
they
out
get
now
forced.
from smug, going to delay this cap, and they probably should get a frag or two for their troubles.
Alice kited that very well. She was on 95. I need to know.
It's a he.
He was on like 95 and just kited that really well behind the point and got the Uber out. Rant Sibling jumps in, trying to pick off a scout or a demo. I don't think he realised there were too many players there.
Yeah, that was a good second there for Pojkarna. They were able to kite out that Uber and just get it. And we see a big bomb coming in here from Space, taking Scotch and Alice. Huge work from him. But we do see the soldiers from Pojkarna replying, picking up 2 or 3 for their troubles. This is going to be a second for Pojkarna.
See Randy straight onto the engineer, trying to get up a sentry to defend. Perfectly even Ubers though.
Yeah, we should see a possibly the sack coming in from Pojkarna here. They aren't just kind of beaking their way into lower lobby here, getting up into river, taking their time with it, grinding it back on second. Don't want to hold too close, don't want to get too much spam coming in on them. That sentry gun will be coming up as level 3 now, and I don't think it's been spotted out yet for Pojkarna, so it's going to be interesting to see how they want to push this, what they want to do.
I'm waiting for one of the Pojkarna players to go sniper or pick class, maybe spy even.
I'm suspecting we'll see a sack in pretty soon once they've got that Uber charge. We do see Pame getting a bit aggressive, and yeah, we can see Zato just coming in here for the sack. He spots out the sentry gun, so they know it's there now. He does get neutral.
They've traded Ubers up in river.
Okay, I didn't see that. No, they haven't traded Ubers. Alice still has the full Uber charge. Smug getting forced out there up in river.
By Smug. Yeah, Smug decided to push aggressively in through the lobby and just got caught out.
Using it through lower, that sentry gun, no work for the Uber charge there. Big aggression from Pojkarna, and lots of time on the point for them. And this looks like it's going to be a round for Pojkarna. They're very interesting exchange there. The Uber kind of got forced out there for Smug and left, and Pojkarna were able to hold on to theirs and use it into last quite effectively.
Giamenez did 2 amazing surfs away from soldiers bombing, and we jumped all the way from the other side to the other side and all the way back into spawn. It was great. Scotch got early damage on the combo. He's pushed him right back, like Oni is not being able to get in, neither is the soldier, with scouts just kind of playing on the ground.
Big bomb coming in from space there. Not able to get anything for shovels, and so many down for Smug at the moment, only neutral left. With Alice still alive for Pojkarna, it's going to be a big Uber advantage for them, and it's going to be a mid. They do have the scout still behind him, but he goes down to lock. So this is going to queue a mid and most likely a second for Pojkarna here.
Smug is the players, but nothing's on second at the moment. Let's see who gets there first. Pame's gone heavy for this push.
Yeah, it's not uncommon. We've seen the heavy push come out from Pojkarna pretty regularly in a fair few of the casts. We just see big Uber advantage for them, but Smug are on 90% here, so we should see the Uber coming out to defend second, possibly see an exchange here between the two. You see the Uber coming out now. Good focus fire on the heavy. Pame getting taken down there. We just see the Uber coming out from Pojkarna in retaliation, but they've already lost so many players. Alice just goes down to a rocket from space there.
Yeah, that was interesting movement by Pojkarna. I mean, they sort of went into their lobby and left the heavy on point, and then just let Smug Uber onto the point and kill all their players, so... Not sure what their strategy was there. It'd be interesting to know.
I think they were probably looking for an exchange or looking to kind of milk it and try to get a better exchange out of that. But it just really didn't work out for them. They lost way too many players. Smug is getting very aggressive at the choke here. Can you catch out a few of Pojkarna's players? They are very hurt. Scotch and Payne's going to have to back off that. Big Uber advantage for Smug at the moment. Geo on 80%. He's got a big 50% advantage over Alice here. So there should be a push coming in pretty soon from Smug onto this mid.
Payne and Scotch are holding fairly far forward. Scotch is backing up big door. Uber's popped fairly early. And you see Pojkarna flooding out the choke. That's good.
Yeah, that Uber came out very early, and we should see the repush here from Pojkarna. They're going to have their Uber charge up very soon. Looking to repush big door, it seems.
They leapfrogged those Ubers perfectly. They just got the early force with the threat of traps from Oni, and just secure themselves an equally good Uber advantage for the next push.
Neutral in space, just getting cleaned up there at big door. Neutral trying to jump over that Uber charge, but getting taken down from a nice rocket. And this should be the mid for Pojkarna again. Only 2 up now, Geomanus and Smug. Geomanus and Randy for Smug. And we already see Pojkarna's players on second here.
Equal Ubers.
Yeah, we should just... we got Pojkarna just coming into lobby here. Taking a bit of position. Getting a bit of spam from Smug here. But
no useful so far. I think they're just going to play the waiting game.
I think they're probably looking to try to get what happened last time. Try to get maybe an exchange up in River. Or, you know, try to sack one of their players in and scout out a bit more information.
Space is pushing with Geomanus into the lobby. They're backed up.
Yeah, we do see Zato is getting aggressive in River. Possibly going in for a sack pretty soon. Both teams just taking it nice and slow. Expecting to see a sack coming in. We see Randy up on the heavy, so... We do see Smug getting aggressive in lobby here. Smug,
well, they can, yeah. Pojkarna's
it's
pretty far away.
Free ground, so might as well take it. See the Uber exchange coming out here in Upper River.
Space will be looking to force a multi, which he has.
This could work out really well for Smug. But Scotch...
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Coming in getting a 3k there on a Geo Smug, Geo Randy, and Space. And this should just be the last push from Pojkarna here. 3-1, very strong half from Pojkarna. I think both of us are pretty surprised here. We thought this would be more of a Smug-sided map.
Be more of a smugging. I'm definitely surprised.
Yeah, Pojkarna is coming out and being very aggressive this half. Very dominant half.
It seems that Pojkarna, although they're making mistakes, they seem to be just winning those fights. On every mid, they're just securing those frags.
Certainly, it seems the way that they're just able to get the frags and make the better of a lot of situations. I think, you know, we saw Alice having some really good kiting on second. It kind of led to them being able to retake a mid and then, you know, retake a second, and, you know, then we saw like Uber exchange kind of going the favor of Pojkarna up in River, and just able for them to like engineer rounds that way. Just able to punish sloppy play.
Yeah, and Smug pushed into that river against the 2 soldiers and the demo man coming up behind. I don't think they realised the demo man was there, and so after the Uber exchange was done, they realised they were standing on 8 stickies, and then Scotch got that 3k. So just little things like that from, like, individual performances from players, and Locke just hitting shots after shots, like, everything like that.
Alrighty.
We have logs ready?
Yeah, and we do have some logs ready. I think one thing we can see straight away looking at those is that Locke, with a huge 20 frags there and 5.6k damage, you know, topping frags for the half. Equal damage with Space, just by, you know, about 100 damage between the two of them. So fairly equal damage, but, you know, a fair way more frags coming out for Locke this half.
Locke's also taking fewer heals than Space. Space is taking nearly 60% of the heals, while Locke is 45. I think we're going live again. We're live again.
Alrighty, we're live. No time to talk about stats, my friend. Do you want to take us for this first mid?
Absolutely. We have a soldier under for Smug, and they're pushing under. But we have players on the right side for... Oh, they've switched colours. Wow, Smug's just going down again. Oh, but only 3 players from Pojkarna suddenly going down. But it looks like Smug will be able to take this point. Only 2 players up for Podge. Scotch is not in a position to getting out right now.
Podge want to fight this, and it seems like they're going to get punished for this. Scotch taking so much damage, but able to get Ran Sibling there. He was down on 50 health and was able to dodge those shots. Oh, both the scouts from Smug coming in and cleaning him up and taking out Alice as well, which isn't going to work out too well for them, unfortunately.
No. I think Scotch, that was a good example of Scotch's more aggressive play. Scotch decided to stay in there and play more aggressive and trying to get that frag. Whereas he did get Ran Sibling, there must have been a miscommunication between him and Alice. Because Alice, it was just him and Alice at that point, so there was really no reason for Alice to be staying in. Probably Sees trying to do something cheeky, but...
Equal Ubers for the two teams. When Gio was up, he was looking around for a play to heal it for a good 5 or 10 seconds, and by the time he found someone, Alice was up in 2 seconds. So we're not going to see too big of an Uber advantage for Smug right now.
Pojkarna back on their last.
Yeah, Smug are getting very aggressive in River here, taking control of upper lobby, sticking it off and just cementing their hold here. Ben up on the engineer. We just see Payne behind? Behind the Smug crew. So this could possibly be something to see. We just see Uber Exchange on last here. A fair few players down for Smug now. Only Jero left up. And this is a wipe.
Just kill binds. It's definitely a wipe.
Very successful defense from Pojkarna there.
The control point is being contested.
Really good work for them. They're going to get second for this and possibly even mid with Smug only just coming up now and most likely not able to defend this. We do see Alice on a big 40% Uber advantage. So Pojkarna probably looking to take this mid, which they have done, possibly muscle out second. We see Smug is holding very far back.
Oh, only sniped by Ben. He's gone sniper.
Bomb coming in from Ran Sibling.
My God.
Alice and Scotch. Oh my goodness. Ran Sibling and Randy coming in and taking down Zato and Ben as well. Huge aggression from Smug here. No, they're going to be able to hold on to second because of this. Randy going huge, getting another. That's a 4K for Randy this life. Huge work by Randy. Alice is up though, and Gio's down, so that's going to be another Uber advantage going the way of Pojkarna here if they're able to hold on to it. If they're not able to get bombed by Ran Sibling this time.
He just caught him in a moment where they were so clumped up, and he did splash damage to all of them. Really great timing.
Yeah, Pojkarna just holding on at this mid here, building up their Uber charge, seeing what they can do with it. Smug getting pretty aggressive at this choke here.
Smug are very close. They should know that
they're on a crit,
Pojkarna
which is they're so aggressive.
Exactly.
Smug are on
Lock gets dropped.
75 on the crits. Lock gets dropped in that Uber charge, and Smug are going to have this hits up. They're cutting it up River, and oh my god, Gio getting taken down. 95% Uber charge or something similar on that crit screen. So he was already really lit, so he probably wouldn't have been able to get anything with it. But back cap.
He's trying to get Alice.
Back cap from Ran Sibling, drawing back a lot of Pojkarna's players. And yeah, it seems like Pojkarna has all come back for Ran Sibling then, buying his team a lot of time there. Able to reset these Ubers. And
still an advantage for Alice. Alice managed to surf that bomb by Ran Sibling up onto the nipple and avoided most of the damage. Back to full health already.
Pojkarna just in now on this second. Big soldier aggression coming in from Lock there, but getting taken down by Oni.
Managed to pick up Randy, but does so much damage to all those players on Riverside.
Yeah, they're just going to back off, not really wanting to fight this at all. Alice with a 10% advantage.
Pojkarna not capping yet.
Is Geo still up on that Kritzkrieg? Yeah, Geo's still up on that Kritzkrieg, and they have the Kritzkrieg, and he knows he's used it. Oh, Alice getting caught out. Oh, on his own. He's going to get bullied here. He's not going to get away with his life. He should just kill Bind. Oh, he meets up with his pocket. Possibly able to
He's
do
fine.
something here.
Scanning on mid, gets taken out immediately.
There is
See
a
Smug
huge aggression on
flooding
Alice.
in
Alice
here,
should
yeah.
go down here, but gets out Big Door.
Ooh.
Good work by Payne coming
Alice
in
down
here.
to 43.
Just, delaying for Alice. Alice back
Definitely
in this mid.
Pojkarna's away once
So
again.
many down for Smug here.
You just see Pojkarna hitting shots and winning fights. Pame's on 8 health. Nice, fine. Smug have the Uber advantage here. They're looking to push back out. But Pojkarna, no. They're holding fairly passive on this second. Oh, it's a Kritzkrieg.
Yeah, it's a Kritzkrieg coming out again
Oh, that's
from
Alice.
Geo, and he picks Payne and Alice.
Look at this aggro bomb by Rance again! Same spot! Gets 2 kills.
Pojkarna is getting punished this half, it seems. Not able to really get anything happening on these seconds.
Seems to be just a game of wipes. One team wipes, the other team wipes, the other team goes down to 1 player.
Yeah, Smug taking mid here, but gonna back off here with Alice on that Uber advantage. Smug
They can afford
back
to
on the
stay
Uber
more
charge.
forward.
Both teams are back on the Uber charge now, it seems.
Aim's very low.
Yeah, a lot of the players very hurt
Ooh!
on
Fox just
Pojkarna now.
trades with Rance sibling with like a double air shot.
But so many players down for Smug. Big scout aggression. A choke here for Pojkarna. And this is gonna queue the second for Pojkarna here. With so many down for Smug, they just have to back off. They are
Even if
fighting
he's
here. A
again.
few of them got forward spawns, it seems.
Ooh, Scotch. So yeah, Scotch just hit all those pipes there. Probably shouldn't have walked out.
Pojkarna taking that second, and equal Ubers for the 2 meds, so we should see that coming in here soon, perhaps. Let's see if Randy comes up off class. No, he doesn't.
Payne
So
gets
no
picked.
off classes at the moment for Smug here. We did see the Uber getting exchanged here in River, getting forced out.
What happened?
Uber for Smug in lower lobby, and then Uber for Pojkarna
Yeah,
in
the
upper
combo
lobby.
for Pojkarna's gonna get pinched.
Alice gets taken down here, and Locke gets taken down as well.
That's unfortunate for Podge.
I didn't quite catch what happened in lower there to force them to pop in upper.
I didn't catch that either.
You see Smug getting aggressive on this second here, and Pojkarna is going to back off, stick up, choke, see what they can do. No one's really getting too aggressive. Big door at the moment. You see Rand sibling coming around poking.
You'll see
Seeing
Smug
what he
wanting
can
to
do
push
with it.
choke here. Randy gets
Rand
pulled
sibling
in
with a
early.
bomb in onto Alice, seeing what he can get, forcing Pojkarna to just
Good
back
kill on
out
Locke.
here, and Locke goes down.
Only on the 7th
To
kill
Oni.
streak. They're Uber pushing around this choke point. Should be able to pick the demo. And maybe some more.
This will be
Alice
the
down to 40
second,
health.
definitely for Smug.
Pojkarna do now have that advantage and could choose to push out if they wanted.
We did see someone on La at the back there.
Smug's straight in. Smug's focusing that heavy down nicely. Scouts on space.
Huge aggression, and that's going to be around for
Nice.
Smug then. I think that was just a big problem there for Pojkarna pushing out onto that set. Just it kept going horribly wrong for them.
Obviously something about that they're not too strong about. So that brings us to 3-2 in favour of Pojkarna.
We do
Scott
see
again, the early player.
Yeah, we see Smug here getting aggressive out of choke. Both teams just trading a bit of spam between the two, but neutral comes through and takes Ben and Lock. So player advantage for Smug here, as well as Scotch going down to Oni.
Alice is running away.
This should cue the back out for Pojkarna and a second for Smug. Scout chasing Alice though. Neutral getting aggressive lower lobby, but backs off, chooses to back off and focus on capping up second for his team.
Smug seem to have worked out their mids. They seem to be winning. They figured out what the Pojkarna players are doing and figuring out how to counter that sort of thing.
Certainly, we just see even Ubers for the two teams. Pame up on engineer, so Pojkarna seem to be committing to this last hold here, seeing what they can do with it. See a sack come in soon, but they seem to want to go. They've Ubered in.
Straight in.
Getting the use out from Pojkarna here. Bit of
She goes
multiing
down.
from Smug.
Points nearly capped. Forced
yeah.
to stand on it. They have the heavy though.
Oni is having
Equal
to
players.
back off River here, taking a bit too much damage there.
Oni's taking all the heals. Randy's not going to be able to play anything right now. He's gone behind, down into water. But gets
down there, but gets cleaned up.
eliminated by Scotch.
Alice goes down though, so it is a... Oh, but Geo goes down as well. I was going to say it would have been an Uber advantage for them if they were able to back off and hold on to it, but it seems not the case. Bit of soldier fight happening on second here. But, tamed craters, unfortunately. Pojkarna committing to this second, and it doesn't seem like Smug are going to be able to contest it in any way, shape or form.
Absolutely
You see a
not.
crits now again for Geo. So Geo the man Manus up on crits once again. I don't know if Pojkarna are going to fall for it a fourth time, but I think it's certainly something that could catch
Geomantis
them
is
out
going to have
here.
to grind this really hard if he wants to use it.
It seems like on a lot of these second pushes, Pojkarna have been holding really close to choke and just kind of waiting for that Uber advantage. So it seems like it's the same case again. Look, they're holding so close, and I don't think they know there's going to be a crits up. Soldier getting really aggressive here. He might have spotted it out, but
Geomantis is going to get this crits. Should
they
be going
know
now.
that they're going to be holding so close, and they're going to use it. And that's what we see. We see the use in here.
Zato
Zato
gets
getting
dropped.
taken down. No rockets able to be gotten onto the combo of
Alice has
Pojkarna
the
here,
Uber now.
unfortunately.
Uber
And Alice
through
gets
the
that Uber
choke.
charge up. This could work out really badly for Smug
Geomantis
here.
separated from his team.
Geo meeting up with his demo now, and unfortunately they weren't
Alice
able to
is gonna
get
get
any
caught.
picks with that Uber charge here. And Alice goes down to neutral.
Neutral on the flank again.
So Smug are going to take this mid. Good work there by Pojkarna getting that Uber out, but they weren't able to secure any frags with it, unfortunately. Do you see a scout coming in here, Zato, but getting taken down.
Time has been added.
See Pame sniping from forward spawn.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Yeah, Smug going to be able to take this second quite comfortably. Big Uber advantage for Geomantis here. It's got that
Smug with
100%
top
Uber
red
charge.
should be able to bully them out of this lobby area. Oh, Geo drops!
Geo drops to a rocket from Lock. That's not good news for Smug here. Do see aggression coming out from Smug now in Riverside. Getting very aggressive now. The medic's gone down.
Players in Smug quite weak.
Scout fight on the last point here. They got a scout on it. Randy does get taken down. Cleaning up Ben the engineer, but getting taken down.
Neutral in on the medic. He's hiding in water. Ooh, Alice down to 60 health. That was close.
We do see Space Goblin in lobby here. He hasn't been spotted out yet. Soldier does check it. That's locked. Oh, that's Pame. So Space isn't able to get anything with that. And he has sighted out there's a sticky trap there on the stairs, so
It's the arrow.
Alice isn't going to get cleaned up by those stickies. Big Uber advantage for Pojkarna here. Seems like it's just players is bleeding left and right here over this last.
Alert. The control point is being
Another scout just goes down in lobby there, and Smug are just trying to claw this back and forth, but they know Alice has that big Uber advantage. They're going to back off this. Geo back on the Uber charge, so we're not going to see any funky crits play between these two teams.
Pod will be wanting to go now. If they want to capitalise on this. But I'm not sure if they'll be able to cross the gap in time.
You see Uber coming out now for Pojkarna. Geo, he's
Not the
got
best time.
5% to get his and be able to defend this mid. And that seems like what Smug are going to want to do here. This is the Uber coming out here from them. But with so many players down, Scotch goes down to space there. But Pojkarna are going to back off and not want to get too aggressive. They are getting a very aggressive at choke here with Oni going down to rocket from Lock as well as Space going down. So Pojkarna able to take this mid, it seems. Randy going down as well.
So much back and forth. There's 14 minutes left on the clock.
Certainly Pojkarna able to take this second and getting a bit of height here, going up river, and there's a big Uber advantage for Pojkarna here, about 30%. And they most likely know it, so they're going to be wanting to go off this as soon as they have it. Alice has that Uber charge now.
Only has forward sticks in Riverside. Oh, but they've been spotted out.
Got neutral up on heavy for Smug. And this
He's
is Uber
doing on
coming
the
in from
left.
Riverside here. Big
Focusing
soldier
down the
aggression,
medic.
big focus fire on the heavy weapons guy. He does turn down and get Zato, and Locke goes down as well.
Neutral
Ben
gets a
gets
kill.
2, but so many down for Smug at the moment. Only 2 up and no sticks on point at all.
Doesn't look great.
Yeah, certainly. Good work from Ben, seeing the no sticks on there and just pressuring the point, and his team coming in, backing him up, and able to get a cap. And this is 4.
This
4-2?
is 4-2 to Pojkarna.
Certainly. So this is match point. If Pojkarna can take this, they're able to walk away with the first map.
I'm gonna watch Ransom Blitz. Please skip underneath. Getting a delayed jump onto the nipple gets sent really high. Landing directly on Pojkarna, but doesn't seem to do anything.
Smug craters there. Unfortunately, a bit too much damage there. We do see big aggression coming in here with Scotch, Ben, and Locke going down.
Oh, and the
Alex taking
flank
down
from
neutral.
Zato. Zato
Only
just
one
walked
up for
in
Smug
from
at the
their
moment,
choke.
so that's going to be a mid-win for Pojkarna there.
Space
Space
is around
just
somewhere.
coming out, and they don't seem to want to fight this. They are fighting this now, and Space gets taken down by Zato. So mid-win for Pojkarna, big over advantage, and they're just going to want to stabilize here and push into second.
Waiting for their players to move forward, yeah.
Pojkarna getting aggressive big door here, and they have been spotted out. There was a trap there, forcing
He's
the early
around.
pop from Alice there. Didn't want to drop players. Still going to be able to take second, and Ubercharge getting pretty aggressive lower lobby here. Oni goes down to Lock. That's bad news for Smug there. Demo man down. Pojkarna might want to just push this off heals advantage.
On a map like Gullywash, having a demo man down is a really bad idea. Because there's so many chokes that need to be sticky, and you can't do it.
We do
But
see
it looks like... Yeah, neutral seems to be turtling it, just delaying that push. And Pame goes down as well to Randy.
Pame just sacks in there. Pojkarna wanted to push that, but they took too much time and they recognized it and just backed off.
Yeah.
Didn't want to go in when the demo was down because the demo had just come up. Wasn't going to be worth it for them. And Geo does have that Ubercharge now.
Pame denied those scouts pushing forward up into the demo man.
Alice is on 90%, so we should see an Uber exchange for second here, most likely.
I think they'd be confident to hold this with the other. Oh, Ransom Lane coming around the choke again. Ooh, Lock!
Nice air shot from Locke there, taking down Rans.
What a champ.
We do see Pame up on the heavy. The
Nova's
patented
popped.
Pojkarna heavy
Nova's
push.
popped to Banana?
Yeah, and Space doesn't really have anything loaded. Alice is going to use here at Big Door.
Pojkarna pushing
Able
in
to
through
pick
Big
up
Door.
2 for their troubles though.
The smug combo is just sitting at choke still.
Yeah,
Completely
Spot Combo's
oblivious.
really behind.
They're gonna have to
It
do
seems
something
like-
interesting.
Pojkarna are just going to... Yeah, there's a fight
Oh,
going on
they've
at second
coordinated
here.
that
Locke
beautifully.
goes down. Alice is caught out here.
Wow.
Should go down. Alice is juking these players, but eventually goes down with a big 15-14 second spawn.
That was great.
Geo goes down though.
They recognised
Good
that
work
that
by
combo was
Pame.
behind and coordinated with their team to push all in at the same time. And they managed to distract the players on point enough for them to just clean up those kills. That was really well played by Smug.
Still, great work by Payne there, coming in and taking down Geo and neutralizing that Uber advantage that Smug would have had. So Pojkarna able to kind of come out and defend this mid.
Just squeaked the point back from being capped.
From Smug, yeah. We just see Alice up on that Uber charge.
Payne going down. Zeta going down as well, and Scotch is backing up from Choke. He's scared. No one's with him.
Yeah, Pojkarna holding far back at their choke. Just Smug getting a bit aggressive here. Seeing what ground they can take. Bit of spam being traded between the two teams. Payne up on Sniper now for Pojkarna. Possibly trying to come in and see what he can do, get a few picks. He's looking at Big Door. He does get spotted out by the Soldier. Big aggression at Big Door from Smug here. This seems like the way they want to push it. Want to probably get a wrap. Alice has that Uber charge though, and they do use through Tiny Door here. Trying
See if they
to
can convert the frags. No, look at this. The Uber comes out from Smug.
yeah, Alice and Lock going down, and Payne in not a very good spot
either.
here. Only Zato up for Pojkarna here.
Time has been added.
And as far as I know, yeah, Zato's behind is coming through Big Door now, so Smug are going to be going right in onto this last here, which is what they're doing. No sticks on it. And yeah, they're just all over the point now. 4-3 to 4-3, so.
4-3, yeah, to Pojkarna still.
Yeah, with 8 minutes on the clock, this is still anyone's game. Could possibly see a golden count. I wouldn't mind seeing one. But anyway, do you want to take us through this mid, Arnold?
Absolutely. I'm on Lock. He's getting delayed really well by the Demo Man and Roma for Smug. Gets on that nipple really early. Getting really good spam on the other team. He's putting out the D. His scouts Ben. Roaming Soldiers onto their medic. He goes down as well. Seems like the frags are going Pojkarna's way again. Early aggression. Ooh, Scotch gets space at the sign.
Yeah, Scotch gets suicide sign and only goes down really late into that fight, which means that Smug aren't really going to want to contest his second, and we do see neutral coming up on the engineer. So Smug are just committing to this last hold here. They got the heavy and the engineer. They got the pro lander defense. Alice with that full Uber charge coming up and just coming out onto second now. So should see the imminent push from Pojkarna here.
Being captured. Time has been added.
Pojkarna just coming up, taking a bit of height in that river, seeing what they can do. Scout has scouted that out.
Interesting sentry spot by neutral. Just at the bottom of the stairs in front of the point.
Bit of an early use there, but it's not going to be a problem. Lock getting taken down, unfortunately, there.
So much time on the point.
Yeah, good time on the point, but Scotch goes down as well.
Smug has an
seems
HP on the field for this.
Yeah,
And it shows they
Smug
won
have-
the fight.
Smug get their Uber out, but
The point gets capped by Zato.
Zato!
First map, Gully Wash, going to Pojkarna, the underdogs.
Wow, that wasn't exactly. I thought that was all done and dusted for that push there.
Yeah.
For,
and then
Pojkarna.
Zato just walked from behind and capped it up.
Seemed a bit odd there, yeah. They had the Uber charge out, they had the heavy out. Everything was going well for Smug then, but no players on the point, you know.
Wow.
We should be going on to Sunshine now.
Definitely. Waiting for
I
these
think-
logs. Let's go back to the logs that we didn't get to talk about from the first half, just continuing on a bit.
Yeah, let's have a
Scotch.
look at those.
Scotch, as far as damage, is exceeding only, not by much. The damage across sort of the middle range, I suppose, is fairly even, with most of Smug's players getting around 4,500-ish damage, with Space getting 5,500. But that shows in how much he's being healed at the moment.
Certainly. I think I think for the half that we saw being 3-1 being the first half, it's not surprising to see Pojkarna's players, you know, with higher frags than Smug's players, obviously. You know,
Absolutely.
the nature of just winning rounds equals getting frags and capping points. So that's the case. Only real thing that we can notice is the crits play coming out All right, and we are going to be looking at the logs now for this second half. One thing to look at straight up is Ram Sibling. 25
Yes.
frags and 7. Literally, Ram Sibling just shat all over Pojkarna that half, for
Yep.
lack of a better term. He was just all over them, just on that second choke, just destroying them every time. Every time he was jumping in, he was getting a 2k quite comfortably. And it's just, they just weren't shutting him down hard enough. I think he's got very similar damage to Pame here, so.
He just did that same jump over and over again, and Pojkarna should have learned.
I think the problem was that every time he was jumping in and getting the frags, it was a point in time where they really they couldn't lose players, and they were just getting punished really hard for it.
Yeah.
Which I think is part of that problem.
I think for each team, sort of, what ended up happening is they lost one player, and then off of that player, they lost two players, so they didn't get out fast enough. And then after that, they just wiped. And that happened for both teams quite often.
Yeah. I think something else to note is that Oni up on 6.7k damage there, compared to Scotch's 5k damage. Oni with a big 9k more frags than Scotch. So certainly something to look at. I think Oni was certainly getting very aggressive up in River a lot of the time for Smug, which led to Pojkarna losing a lot of players there, unfortunately, which is okay. Another thing to look at is the scouts, Zato and Ben, both doing very strongly for Pojkarna, compared to Randy and Neutral, who were bottom fragging for Smug there, both on 18 and 11, compared to Zato's 25 and Ben's 14. So similar frags, but I think the big difference that round was just the demo men Oni getting a lot more frags than Scotch there. But still, we were able to see Pojkarna able to come out and take the first map 5-4. And we are going on now to Sunshine, which was the pick of Smug. In the upper bracket finals, Smug was able to take this map off Pojkarna 5-0. So, I think, Arnold, as you would agree, we both kind of predicted that Gullywash would be going in the way of Smug, just how dominant they've been this season, and how every time Smug and Pojkarna seem to meet up, it seems to be going in the favour of Smug in terms of previous rounds and previous games that we've seen. But it seems like Pojkarna were just able to take Gullywash, quite comfortably. 5-2 win, it seems like it was, very comfortable.
It was 5-3 in the end, wasn't it?
5-3, 5-3. Yeah.
I don't think it was comfortable. They got the first 3 rounds, because it was 3-1 in the first half, yeah? They got that quite comfortably. And then Smug started to pick it up, and they started to figure out what was going on, and they started getting rounds, and then I think at that point Pojkarna went a little bit on tilt, and then pulled it back, and they really showed that by winning that pretty decisively in the end.
Yeah.
I mean, and Zato got, a mad back cap, but,
I think I certainly agree that first half it kind of felt like Smug just weren't bringing their A game, or they were just kind of getting the feel for it, kind of feeling into that. And then as soon as kind of that second half, Smug just came out really strong, really decisive, and able to pick up two strong rounds. But then we're able to see 2 strong rounds kind of coming out Pojkarna there. Anyway, we're on to Sunshine now. Given previous results, etc., what are your predictions for this map? What are you kind of thinking?
Well, I was thinking that it'd be like a 5-1 to Smug, but that map, Gullywash, just happened, and I'm thinking it might be a bit closer.
I'm not sure.
I think maybe 5-2 to Smug.
Yeah, I think it'll be around 5-2 for Smug. I feel for this one, given they had such a dominant performance in the upper bracket final on this map, it would make sense that Pojkarna would practice this, knowing that they're coming into finals and this is the map they're gonna probably be seeing, and they didn't have great results on it previously. But I still think 5-2 sounds like a reasonable prediction from what we know. But at the moment, after seeing Gully Wash and seeing how both teams play, I think it, as we were saying at the start, it's anyone's game. Honestly,
Yeah, who knows what's gonna happen?
I think it could go either way, given how these two teams want to play it. But for those of you who are just joining us or who have joined us in that middle map break, this is the AL13 Division 2 Grand Finals between Smug and Pojkarna. We just saw Pojkarna win the first map, which was Gully Wash 5-4, and we are on to Snakewater now, which is the second map. This is the best of 3 for this evening with a Snakewater decider, but we're on Sunshine at the moment. Both teams just getting in here, getting ready, taking a quick drinks break, etc. And just getting into it. I'm Oxy. I'm joined by Arnold with Brodogs on production, and we're bringing you coverage of the Division 2 Grand Finals this evening. I think just touching back on those logs from the first map, that second half, one thing to note is that it seems like there was a lot of sorry, I'm just pulling up these logs. I was going to say, it seemed like both meds were really even in that kind of second half compared to possibly the first half, where I felt like because of Geo's crits play kind of worked out for them in some occasions, really working well, but sometimes it's backfired for them horribly, which I think is probably the nature of the crits. But we are live now anyway, so do you want to take us for this first mid, Arnold?
Sure, I'm gonna be looking at Scotch because I'm really interested by how he plays with mids, like playing against him. He's just fast rollout. He's really quick at mid. He's easily there for the first 2 seconds. We have the enemy demo man Oni in the alley. Nothing really happening as so far. We have scouts and soldiers pushing onto the side of Pojkarna's Tetris.
We see Pojkarna taking good height here.
Scotch is just being allowed to walk forward without too much pressure.
3 down for Smug at the moment. The demo man's down, so they're gonna back off this and not want to fight this at all. Randy just getting right out of it. Good height being taken by Pojkarna. Oh, and Geo goes down to Pame.
Oh, I completely missed it.
He's going to be on a good 15-second respawn there, and with that full uber charge for Alice. This is going to cue the last push straight up.
This should be a very decisive push. Like, they should just be walking in right now. Maybe taking a few seconds to get in position, but...
Geo is up, and we do see a sentry gun here in out of that right spawn. Does get spotted out and does get taken.
Sentry's still
taken
up, just down now. If he's behind the point, he's so well guarded behind that concrete. It's very hard to hit him. Let alone kill him.
The point is so close to being capped though at the moment, drawing
Alice
all the
committing.
players' focus from Smug here, and only Randy's up. Very decisive round from Pojkarna. I think both of us are eating our words here now, Arnold.
I know.
I feel like Pojkarna just kind of came in and got so much height and just forced Smug to back out straight away, given they just had so much ground they were able to cover and defend.
Hey, both Sato and Scotch are fairly popular jumpers, and they're quite skilled at the whole rollout thing, and they can get there. Oh, I'm sorry, Zato's not playing Soldier. Don't worry about that.
Anyway, we do see, height being taken once again for Pojkarna.
Double Soldier
Bomb
aggression
coming
onto
in
the blue
from Rand
side.
Sibling onto Alice, but getting taken
Good
down
players,
there.
though. He's got 2 picks. Oh, but 3 go down for Smug, and Space is caught in their alley.
Geo is up for Smug, so I'm playing off the heals advantage, but
Luck just suicides. I'm surprised I didn't see the tread alert.
Unfortunately, we do see a scout onto Geo though. Not able to secure the frag yet, but Geo is under point. Oh, and gets an arrow onto Zato. Nice clutch play from Geo there. Able to keep that Uber advantage and
choking those shots. Oh my lord.
We're gonna see Pojkarna's out on second here. They know they're on an Uber dissad, given that scout just wasn't able to secure that med frag. Let's see which way Smug want to push this. Taking it possibly through choke there. Soldier kind of jumping up, getting shot out of the sky there. Space not able to get in. Ren Sibling behind on Lighthouse, getting a good rocket onto Alice there. And going under the point. So, Mans is underneath.
Oh,
Having an exchange with the scout there.
Oh, that's bad luck.
Goes down.
Equal players lost for both sides. Even the spawns are very similar. But
There's a
it's just
soldier
scout and
behind
GMS.
Alice. Oh, Alice gets caught out there. Well, not even caught
Oh.
out. Alice gets taken down. Excuse me.
Looks
But
like they're pushing straight onto this last
It's
point.
not
Probably
good
a
news
good
for
idea.
Pojkarna here.
2 scouts capping. That should go fairly fast. Get on, boys.
They got spawners coming up, but not able to defend that cap, unfortunately. 1-1.
2 very decisive rounds, like, in a row.
And we do see now third mid for the round here. Oni coming out Scotch, still much faster than Oni here. Both soldiers taking a bit of height here.
So 2 soldiers jumping really high onto the side of Pojkarna again. They've practiced this. Pam going down. Scotch is forcing healing.
There's a
Scotch
soldier
very
behind Pojkarna there. Ren sibling kind of getting in, and Scotch taking 2, but with so
Scotch
many other
just piped 2
Pojkarna, they're
things
going
in a row. That
to
was
back off
crazy.
here. Alice should get out, but they're trying to chase for it.
He'll be right.
Yeah, Alice manages to get out there. We do see Smug just getting very aggressive onto this second here.
If they get players forward fast enough, they might be able to defend this second, but it's just Alice and a scout at this point. Pam super
trying to
aggro.
bomb in on that
Not sure
shot.
why.
I think he was trying to get a force out there, but wasn't able to get anything. Nice
And then
fight
Zato
from
goes
Oni.
down.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
And
Smug
Smug are just going to be able to take this comfortably.
Yeah, getting aggressive here. The
And
trap is
Pojkarna has resigned because they've got this heavy right now. They know that they're going to be holding this last.
even Ubers for the 2 teams. Should see a sack coming in from Smug soon. Getting into lobby here. You see Soldier
Keep
Bomb
my eye
coming
on
in.
space.
Ren Sibling going down.
That should be okay. Especially when the other team has a heavy, it's going to be difficult for them to push out with such a slow
Should
pass.
see Zato counter sacking in lobby here.
Perhaps, yeah. Ace catches Zato, which is fine.
Pojkarna holding close on his left here.
Space just hit some really good rockets onto Locke. He's going to be weak out of that Uber.
Alice very hurt, backing off here.
That's
Bit of a
nice choice.
reset on those Ubers.
Both teams are very active in their holds. They're constantly moving, constantly checking their corners. And see Zato, and the scouts are rotating for buffs pretty well.
Smug grinding a little bit here, trying to engineer a bit of an advantage. They got about a 10% advantage compared to Alice here, but I'm not sure if they know it. They probably most likely won't. Now we just see Uber's just evening up for the 2 teams. Looking to go underneath here. Smug
is adventurous.
using out here.
They need to focus down that heavy, quick, smart.
Trying to force
Alice has
possibly a
gotten the
multi
multi.
here. Interesting play from Smug. Ren Sibling goes down. Neutral goes down as well. And Randy goes down Zato.
Oh my god, Zato
Getting
goes
3.
huge.
Great work from him. Zato also taking out Oni. It's a 4K on this last for Zato. Really good work by him.
The control point is being captured.
Where did he come from? I wasn't watching.
I think he was just all over that right side there in that lobby and then jumping over left and taking down that demo.
Just been playing
Yeah,
lots of
I
MG.
felt like that Uber exchange from Smug just didn't work out very well for them. Typically, when we see Smug and Pojkarna Uber exchange in these games, it's kind of gone in the favour of Smug, able to engineer a pick out of it or something similar, but that Uber out of it for last just didn't get anything.
Yeah, that was... I think
Smug
that was just
getting-
a mistake on their part. I think they thought that they had a bigger Uber advantage than they did.
Oh, Alice
Oh,
dropping
Alice
to a roller? Or was that a direct that I saw? I thought it was
I think
a
it was
I thought
just
it was
a
a
roller.
direct. direct and a roller there, unfortunately.
I think he's got
But,
spammed roller.
Yeah, and we
And
saw
look, yeah, Pojkarna's falling apart right now without the support of that healing.
that is not good news for Pojkarna there. Geo got forced out in choke, and it was looking really good for them, but
Pain went for the clutch snipe from Cafe, but got squeaked out of there.
this should be smug, just getting aggressive onto this second, which is what we're seeing here. Pojkarna not able to defend. Soldier getting very aggressive in lobby. Ren Sibling.
He was looking to catch Pain out.
Still, we're going to see big Uber advantage for Smug. Oh,
Geo
Geo
goes
goes down to Zato. Or 90%. Good work by Zato there.
Cafe going enormous.
It seems like Pojkarna are going to want to defend this second and retake it.
Pain's capping it up.
Great work from Pojkarna here.
Neat rocket onto neutral. And they just bled players trying to get into that medic, and they're not going to be able to hold mid at all.
Yeah, great work from Pojkarna there. Good work by Zato, just able to save the round for his team there. With that big Uber disadvantage they were on. We now see Alice on a big Uber ad. And Pojkarna taking mid, wanting to take this Uber through Valley, it seems.
Still 1-1 here on Sunshine in the Div 2 Grand Finals.
Lock taking down Ran Sibling there. Uber coming out here, not able to find any players yet. We should see Pojkarna just taking this second. Holding back here, sticking up that roller door, grinding out this Uber charge. We should be seeing an even Uber exchange on last. We do see Smug wanting to defend this, use out here.
I'd agree with that.
We see the pop coming out here.
That was a
Smug,
smart
but
pop.
Randy goes
Ooh,
down.
Space gets launched by the
Alice
trap
goes
of
down, though.
Scotch.
Alice goes down, so it's going to be a big
Space
heals
catches
advantage
lock
for
as well.
Smug here. Oh, there's a back cap
back
going
cap.
on. Oh, but
And neutral locks it down.
Neutral locks down. Good work.
Soldier's
Soldier
fighting on
here.
it.
Payham getting taken out by Neutral as well. Great work by Neutral there.
That's brought them all back.
But,
They're not going to be able to cap forward.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to cap second here. Scotch just out at choke here. Backing off, meeting up with his team. Seeing what he can do. Actually, you might see Smug here getting... Yeah, they're able to possibly cap it the second, but no. Scotch coming in and taking down Randy there. And about a 20%... Oh, yeah, 20% Uber advantage for Alice here if they can grind it out. Looking to take lobby here. Sticks have been dead, so he should have entry into lobby quite comfortably.
Zeto's been having a great game. He's outscoring his medic.
We see Ren Sibling setting up a NG, setting up a sentry in that secret. So should see sentry up for this last push. But
So we just seem to be chilling.
yeah, should possibly see a sack in. Pain getting the dispenser pick. You know what that means? Push up, boy.
Oh, come on, boys.
Dispenser, time to push
Where
last.
are you? Positioning.
Mate, they denied the ammo.
Time to spam them out.
My Div
can't
5
get that
team would always push off a dispenser pick.
Look at those teleporters on the point. Wonder what they're for.
Teleporters, possibly a telefrag. Looking, or maybe it's a
that'd be
delay.
so sick.
Maybe it's just a delay. You know, your machines often deny scouts possibly jumping up, trying to get onto the point. So say a scout jumps up, it might just delay them a little bit, trying to jump over it perhaps.
I've seen some engineers putting a teleporter on where the medic is holding. So see how Geomantis is holding on the left side. I've seen players put an entrance on the left, and then
What do
put
you
the
see?
exit over on the right side, so the medic can just swap over to the other side without taking damage or having to kite.
Payham coming in for a sack, getting taken down by Neutral there. But yeah, I'm interested to know what this teleporter meta is. Maybe it's a new strat we've never seen before, but regardless. We do see Space going down from a nice pipe from Scotch there.
Smug is in no position to
Pojkarna
push
possibly
out.
wanting to go off this. See a bit of spam coming out here. Sentry goes down. No Uber having to be used here. Uber exchange coming out here for Pojkarna now. players on the
Seems to be
point.
standing on the point. Oh, the teleporter's down.
Teleporters are down. We do see
Wow,
Lock
Smug just
going down,
jumping
Pain going
everywhere.
down. Oh, this is bad news for Pojkarna. That's a wipe, and it's going to be Smug pushing out onto the second here.
Seems to be the only casualty Smug took was Rand sibling late in the fight.
The control point is being captured.
Getting
Certainly.
stranded onto that second lighthouse. Zeta's gonna die.
Zato possibly trying to
Has been added.
pick up Geo Manus on that second or delay for his team to set up. Scout goes down to a body shot from Pame. We see Smug getting aggressive Valley here.
Nah, they've just decided
Backing
against it. They've got the Uber advantage, so they'll definitely try and make something happen. As long as they don't bleed any more players.
Smug coming up on that Uber charge very soon. Pojkarna putting a sniper through Valley, but gets spotted out.
If Smug move from Cafe or Choke, yeah, they're gonna catch him.
Uber
one
coming
player.
out here. Oh, Alice
Med's
goes
down
down
on a
to
soldier.
Oni.
And Locke's hiding behind the Tetris. No one has any idea.
Still great work by Smug there. Just that Uber aggression, so strong.
That's a textbook Uber push. Having that advantage, pushing through, getting some early aggression,
Captured.
using that Uber to turn frags, taking the point. It's beautiful.
Certainly. We do see.
Geomanage catches a lot of that spam.
Smug with a minor Uber advantage.
Lock might get caught. Well, he
2 down
does.
for Pojkarna, 3 down. This should cue a dry push from Smug here. They have a scout in already on last. And he's capping it up.
They
So
didn't
much
focus that
time on the
demo down.
point here for Smug.
God, Ransom!
Was that a huge air shot I saw
deserves an
across the
air
point
hold.
there? Did you see the Pyro? We did see the Pyro coming in here for Pojkarna, buying his team so much time. Oh my god, Payne not able to
Oh my god.
cap that point.
Strategy.
Oh, the Pyro strats. Easy as class. And we do see
Oh.
Smug just able to cap that up still. The Uber
Wow.
charge coming out for Geo. Able to save it. We see there's several guitar taunts on point. But
That was
anyway,
crazy.
another mid.
What a juggle. That was
Coming
a
to
long
our
round.
fourth
That
mid.
was... It's like 15 minutes left and that was one round.
We see Scotch once again, much more, a lot faster for Pojkarna here. Good height being taken. Big bomb coming
Super
in here
aggro from Payne.
Getting
Doesn't really
taken
get much
down
done. Makes
behind
players
them.
turn around. Zeto's got the flank ready onto the combo.
Oh, but Rand Sibling in neutral. Doing huge work for Smug there. Taking down so many players from Pojkarna. Only Zato up at the moment.
He's weak too. He's looking to re-enter.
Just chipping away at that med. Seeing what he can do. Backsoft gets a pack and might want to contest this. Oh, space!
Zato!
Are you throwing for skins?
Zato!
Zato!
Choke harder.
Oh my goodness. That's I don't think
Geo
Space is
managed to get
going
out
to be too
there,
happy
so that's
after
okay.
that one.
Still got the cap.
Yeah. Geo on that full Uber charge. So they're going to be looking to push into second here. Smugger. Rand Sibling goes down. But Smug poking a little bit in that cafe area, not able to get too much. Neutral goes down as well. This is buying a lot of time for Alice to get that Uber charge, and they're getting very aggressive choke here.
Captured.
Alice and Scotch are. But Lock goes down, and this is bad news bears for Pojkarna. Backing off, that Uber charge does get forced out. Demo aggression from Scotch here, trying to get something happening.
Players alive for Pojkarna. So players alive for Smug.
Smugger all through
and
Valley
Pojkarna
though.
They do very well
behind
to
Pojkarna.
leave.
Ren Sibling goes down to Scotch.
Scout
And,
forwarding onto Scotch. Ooh,
Smug getting very
that's a
aggressive
really
at
nice
Valley here.
sticky.
Oni goes down to Lock.
That's a neat kill.
Smugger in Pojkarna's lobby? And
This is what happened on Gully Wash. Space is at the last. What are you doing?
This is a little bit interesting. Alright,
Ooh.
okay. So that happened. A bit odd, but okay, we're going to move forward. We do see a big player advantage and big Uber advantage for Pojkarna. Oh my lord, Ren Sibling! Coming in and getting
My
Zato and
God.
Alice. Whoa, saving his team, that mid in the second there. Ren Sibling doing huge work for Smug. They're going to be able to come out and defend this second and probably defend this mid and take this second back. Huge work by Ren Sibling there.
Captured.
That's it. He just jumps in at the right time and picks up 2 or 3 kills. Smug got this fat advantage pushing into last. This should be fairly textbook if there are other pushes or anything to go by.
Smug taking lobby here. And they're just looking to push this out right side. Oh, it's a crits Krieg! And cleaning up the players on Pojkarna here. Only 2 left, and that's a half to Smug. Very definitive half.
This is the same score as Pojkarna had against them in the first map.
Certainly. I feel like Smug, especially Ren Sibling, we saw it in the first map, but able to just come in and just beat down on Pojkarna and buy his team so much time and so much advantage. It's really good work from Ren Sibling. I think he's had a really good game this grand final.
Yeah, definitely. Sergio Manis did 3 dominations. I haven't seen the logs yet, but if you got 3 dominations as medic, you must be staying alive. Zato again outscoring, or he's on the same score as his medic. He's hitting shots left, right, and center.
Yeah, I certainly think great work from Smug. You know, I think we were predicting 5-2, and after that first round, we saw where Pojkarna's had such a dominant round. You and I were both saying we think we're going to eat our words, but possibly we might have been correct in the first place. We just see they're not even going to stop for log. We're going live already. No time for logs, please. Brodogs has already cut and pasted and edited them all beautifully, but no time to have a look. We just see Scotch getting so fast out into this mid once again, but Oni's able to meet him this time. Big height being taken by Ren Sibling here.
Smug clumping up on the left side. Ready to fall out.
Oni goes down though, it's Ren Sibling.
They've lost their demo and a soldier, and space isn't far behind.
Smug are going to back off this straight up. They're
they
not
just got
looking to fight this.
outpositioned there.
Yeah. It was a shame that Oni and Ren Sibling went down, but the nature of the game.
I'm just peeking at these logs again. Oh, a crit's coming out.
Geo goes down.
Space.
Good work from Smug to bring it back. Alice in a very bad spot here. You're going to have to
Oh, they
Uber
got
to
the
save
Uber
the
out.
demo. But Randy getting taken down by the pain train.
Oni's really low on the pack.
This is bad news again for Alice. Alice is most likely going to get taken down here by Ren Sibling. Good work by Ren Sibling then, picking up
Damn
Alice.
good.
Didn't work out really well for them. It was kind of, everything was going great, and then Smug Scouts just took down so many of Pojkarna's players there, and Alice had to overcharge on a demo against 2 Scouts, which didn't really work out very well.
Not a great spot to Uber in.
Geo on a huge Uber advantage, about
70%.
70%,
So much.
they're going to be able to muscle out this second quite comfortably, Smug should be.
Oh! Oh my god, Ransoming just destroyed Pam over the fucking alley. I mean, the alley.
Yeah, alright. And we do see
And-
Smug here just getting so aggressive on this second.
That's just
Look at their
looking
players
around
going
though.
on, their space and neutral going down here.
Scotch is out of the fight.
Uber's coming
from
out, but
Smug.
only 2 up for
Scotch
Pojkarna
might
now.
get caught.
This is not good news. Zato on second there. See what he can do. Does get Oni though, so good work by Zato there. Taken down by Randy, but that Oni pick is going to delay enough time for spawners to come in for his team. And they're going to be able to defend second. Last, not second. We do see though, Pame, Goblin under second there. Just hiding there. seeing if he can engineer a medic pick possibly, or he's still hiding lower there, trying to maybe catch out Ren Sibling or someone going under. Smug just coming over on this second. Lock seeing what he can do. Oh, that's Payne going down there.
Rancidling's gone heavy to push this point. Demo Uber from left.
You see
Finally
Uber coming out on that right side there.
Scout getting onto Rance, but he's going to go down fairly quickly.
Good time on this point.
Uber's
So close to
finally
being
popped
captured.
from Alice. After milked really well. This is definitely going to go the way of Pojkarna.
Yeah, good defense from Pojkarna there. Only Geo up, and he's going to try to get out here.
Alert. The control point is being
He's well out, he should be fine. Unless Scotch pulls out some crazy rollout strats.
We saw space on the spy, but then he decided to back off and not go for the spy play.
Probably because he was forward spawning Oxy.
Was he? I wasn't sure. I thought they might have not had that forward, but don't worry. We do
So
see.
I think Pojkarna's not really in a position to go anywhere. I think they're just very content with just sitting where they are. Even though they're down 2 points.
Yeah, Pojkarna with that full Uber charge now. A Valley just holding back though. They don't have enough time. They're taking too long. They don't want to go off this. We see Smug with their Uber charge kind of coming in. Big! Oh my
Geo
god!
drops!
Lock coming in and getting onto Geo there. Great work
Really great.
by Lock. Getting that the dropout from Geo and engineering his team a full Uber advantage to push this mid with.
Really sad. Space also dies.
Lock coming in
And
really deep
I'd
onto
expect Oni to
Oni.
also die.
Good work by Lock there.
being captured.
Oh, ransomly. Okay,
Point is being
so there's a back cap going on.
Oh, there is a back cap. This
Two
is not
scouts and
good
a
news.
back cap.
Both scouts are going last. They're
Randy.
going to get it. No.
Bad luck.
Oh, Zato. Just catching one of the scouts there. But great work from Smug scouts. Delaying so hard there. Lock
Well, they did really
trying
well
to
to
bomb
kill
in on the
Lock there.
med.
And the med's so caught, yeah.
The control point is being captured.
Smug just getting a bit aggressive at this choke, seeing what they can do. Ran Sibling with a big bomb in onto Alice. Alice surfing that away. Taking out a half health there, but able to keep his life.
2 scouts guarding the... Oh no, they've run away. I'm just kind of looking to push through Valley maybe, but there must have been a player behind. Ah, Space jumped in.
Yeah,
And that-
Pojkarna just getting a bit aggressive Valley here.
Yeah.
Scouts capping it up.
Yeah, Smug do not want to lose any players to this, especially as they have disad. Fairly considerable disad too. You see Ransibling already on the engineer and Randy on the sniper, which is something we haven't seen yet.
Good
and
work.
neutral on the heavy.
Yeah.
Off class 3 mastery.
Full Uber advantage for
Scout falling
Pojkarna
from
coming in.
lower.
Uber coming in onto point now.
They're gonna have a hard time focusing down 2 of those heavy
Dispenser
classes.
and Sentry. Usually it's just the dispenser that we need, but big aggression coming in from Pojkarna here. Oh!
Wow.
But Ran Sibling picking up 2. And it's going to be not a great push there for Pojkarna. Full Uber for Smug, and they're already capping up their second there. Ben on the heavy weapons guy at choke though, so
Time has been added.
gonna back off this. Not able to
Alice holding
Doing
very
it.
passively on this midpoint, ready to fall out Cafe if he needs.
Smug are just having a bit of a peak Valley. Seeing what they can do with it. Ren
Sibling
Sibling
might go down, yeah, very
yeah,
low
goes
health.
down.
The combo of Smug manages to get into their Valley?
Control point is being captured.
Yeah, Smugger just coming across the point now and using it
There's
a
Back
good
cap
time
going
for
on
them.
as well?
There's a back cap going
There's a
on.
back out from Zato.
Oh my gosh, they're not going to be able to get this in time.
No way.
Ato on the last. Oh,
he's
there's
fighting.
a soldier. Oh,
Oh my
the
god.
fight is going on. And Rand Sibling able to clutch it for his team, it seems.
They've pulled all the players back. They're having to cap up the second point with the entire team.
Back caps going left and right this half, it seems, for both teams.
Rand Siblings in Valley, I'm watching him to do a big jump, but gets caught out by Lock. Not dying, but...
We do see Pojkarna just back on this mid here. Equal Ubers between the two teams. Trading a bit of spam back and forth.
Alice has the full Uber.
Yeah, both teams just coming up with that overcharge now. Pojkarna seem to want to take it through Valley, but so many players are there hurt. Alice down on 40 HP.
And Randy and Rand Sibling go down. They're not going to be able to hold this too effectively. Kill Ben.
Uber exchange in Valley here.
Lock electing to jump forward, and he's going to get rocked.
Oni getting caught. Very nice catch by Geo
Giovannis,
there.
yeah.
Good work
That
by
shows
Geo.
Geo's experience. He's been playing this game for so long.
Neutral and Space go down there.
Paim goes down probably when he shouldn't have.
Geo Manus goes down as well, unfortunately. Yeah, this is bad news for Oni. He's going to go down here.
Oh, they kill Alice.
Good work by Ren Sibling
And
coming
Michael
in.
Zato is on 1 health. Oh, Zato!
This feels very scrappy over this second right now.
The control point is being captured.
But it does seem to be going the way of Pojkarna here.
Oh, he gets scotched. That's pretty good.
Good exchange, yeah, for Space there.
If he hadn't
Getting
picked up
scotched.
that frag, I wouldn't have agreed with that sack. Especially since neutral had already gone in.
You do see Ren Sibling up on the engineer. Just setting up that engineer for last hold.
Smart idea. Especially with the heavy.
Even Ubers between the two teams. Both of them is choosing to kind of sit back and grind this out on their scouts. We do see Pojkarna with a heavy weapons guy up. So they will probably be pushing heavy into last year. We've seen Smug do it, so it has worked well previously.
Randy's on the snapper again, looking to see them peek to the roller door, but they're holding pretty far back. Randy checks his shot.
Randy not able to get that shot. We do see Pojkarna is coming up now, going into lobby here. Seeing what they can see. Space getting a bit aggressive there, but backing off.
So you can see here the teleporter situation that they've got going. Not 100% sure what's going on with that.
Uber exchange going on in lobby here. Seems like Pojkarna are possibly going to get the better of this one.
Looks like nothing's happening. Paim's pretty low.
Both teams just resetting. But
Yeah.
10 minutes
That's
on the clock's
probably
down
into each other.
already. So Pojkarna are probably very aware of the time at the moment and how many
They really
rounds
want to be doing something. Yeah.
they need to get to take this map. Bit of spam just being traded, even Ubers between the two teams. Pojkarna are just sitting back in that lobby. Another
Just
exchange.
waiting for Randy.
Alice drops! Had that Uber charge, but
Space
it
gets locked as well.
didn't use
Heavy's
it.
gonna die as well. Wow.
This is not good news for Pojkarna here. I thought we'd just see a standard Uber exchange be back to normal, but
No. Alice just
Smug
doesn't do it
able
in
to
time.
work that advantage. I mean, look at
Wow.
Zato up now.
Point is being captured.
Great work by Smug here. Oh, Zato's on last!
They
Oh,
got
but there's a sentry there and he's trying to juke it, but not able to, unfortunately.
Alex spectated. I went back to last. I'm like, Zedo's gonna back cap it. He did. He tried.
Oh, the
Pojkarna holding fairly far back at the choke. Yeah, they're flooding out of this.
sentry
Oh,
gun
Payne
stopping the back
snipes
cap.
G-Menace.
Good work by Payne there.
That's
getting
really
that
good for
snipe on the Geo.
Alice. They're gonna have a like 8% advantage.
Big aggression from
Our control point.
Oni
Benito's
there,
with space.
but Alice still with that over advantage. Coming out onto mid here.
Payne snipes Randy with a body shot. And neutral.
Soldiering on Alice though. Good work by Locke, taking down Ren Sibling then. Helping Alice keep his uber advantage that he has there.
I'm not sure why they're not in second already.
I think they're just backing off, waiting for spawners.
They had
To
the player
come in.
advantage. Oh well. They still have the advantage. Hopefully they'll be able to muscle this.
Soldiering
super
onto
aggro
Alice,
by
they're getting a
space.
good
They get the
force into
force.
Valley. Yeah. And we should see Pojkarna just coming out here and taking this second once again. Coming into Valley, getting a bit of spam. Locke goes down, unfortunately, getting probably a bit too aggressive there. Trying to catch one of Smug's players out, engineer a pick for his team.
Smug. Oh, Ransomling goes down on 9 health. Super aggro. Zeta just forwards into their combo and dies.
Smug is on a big Uber advantage, and Payne just trying to get a shot onto Geo. Needs to kind of land a shot here. Uber comes out onto second now.
Not focusing the medic down. Electing for the frags.
Suddenly Alice is going to be able to have that Uber advantage to retake, and Geo should get caught out here. Nice serve from
gets
Geo
out,
though,
nice.
missing those rockets. Really good work by him there.
Ransomling bombing in. Getting on the medic. Misses shot and the back cap.
It's a round for Pojkarna, 3-2. But with 15 minutes on the clock, it's anyone's game still. But
Definitely.
given how long these rounds have been going, who knows? Do you want to take us through this mid, Arnold?
Sure. Only getting there before Scotch this time, getting early access onto that hut. Duran Sibling and Locke, is that, meeting up on the roof of red side? Both of the soldiers on the red side, lots of fighting on the red cafe. First frag going down to Ransibling. And Smug seemed to be just flooding out. They realised that they had crap health and crap positioning, so that was a smart move. Preserve that Uber.
Yeah, Pojkarna taking that mid there. Even Ubers for the two teams, so possibly we'll see something happening. Smug really aggressive in Valley.
Oh, they've popped Ubers. They nearly caught Alice. He was only on perhaps 90%. Oh, and they're body blocking Alice! Oh, wow.
Can I
That
get an
was-
air horn for that one, Arnold, please?
Oh, definitely, definitely. Wow.
We do see Smug coming out onto the mid there. Very defining repush from them. Really good work by Smug there. Pushing onto Pojkarna onto that second. And Smug are going to get this second point quite comfortably. And big Uber advantage for Smug here, so we should just see imminent last push coming on. Should see Smug coming up that Uber charge now. They are coming in right side here. Soldier and Demo. Big aggression. Scotch going down straight away. Heavy not being focused down so much though. Able to
Still fully buffed.
juke around that pole a bit. Only
Geo's
goes
in a bad
down.
spot.
Good work by Randy coming in here though.
Going Pojkarna's way.
It's 4-2.
Despite really early damage onto the Smug crew, the Pojkarna just kind of fell apart. Didn't take down that heavy fast enough. Oh, sorry, pardon me.
Yeah, it's really good repush from Smug there. Coming onto that mid, like that was what they were able to roll it all the way into last.
Scotch
That
really fast again.
Big Uber.
He's there like 3 seconds before the scouts get there. It's insane. Red sibling really high. Aggressing onto the clock tower.
Really good height being taken by Pojkarna here though. Having to back off it a bit. Smug, both Smug soldiers
Both teams are
taking
quite
good
lit.
height.
Space going down.
Space goes down.
Smug are not in the best position right now. But Pojkarna are losing players. They're gonna have to back up.
So many players on Pojkarna, it is really hurt right now. Ali's gonna back off. 30 health. Yeah, backing off there, holding a bit close there, but this looks like it's going to be an exchange on second, most likely, for the two teams. Smug coming out through Valley here now, getting very aggressive here. Alice
got popped.
getting
really early with a scout.
forced
Not the
out,
best player.
big uber advantage for Geomanus here.
Smug should not have to use here.
Looking to use here, possibly. Oh yeah,
Oh,
he
he got
does.
forced.
Gets forced out choke there.
Only jumping aggressively onto the medic. That's really well played. Hopefully they'll be able to pick up the scout before he kills.
Zato getting Oni there. Good work there, but so many of the Pojkarna players being cleaned up now.
But yeah, and it's just Scotch for another 2 seconds.
We should see spawners coming in for Pojkarna, so they should be able to defend this. I think Smug are just going to want to hold back and wait on this uber advantage they have here in lobby.
Definitely.
Just grind out, see what they can do. Space, poking and prodding, see what he can do. Only the heavy up as an off class for Pojkarna at the moment, possibly trying to spot out the sentry, stop the engineer setting up a little bit earlier. Geo on that 90% on the uber charge, so we should be seeing a push coming out from Smug very, very soon.
Looking at left side, Scotch has got traps.
We do see the uber coming out now. Big demo aggression onto the combo.
players on
Alice
the
goes
floor.
down straight away.
Lots
Players
of-
all
lots
over
of
the
time
point
on
at the
the point.
moment. So many players from Smug. That's a wipe for Smug.
Lock getting so many kills there.
Really, really good work by Locke there.
Bouncing the pockets all over the place.
Yeah, great work by Pojkarna there. And they're going to be able to cap up this second. Probably going to have to back off it straight away, but the second
sibling.
captured
Oh,
like
grand sibling.
grand sibling.
He just quick jumped around that choke, surfed up the slide. Good job,
Great,
Zato.
great work by
Stopping
grand
that
sibling
point,
there.
Yeah. Scotch goes down from the spam. And that's indicative of how aggressive Scotch likes to play and him taking more deaths than Oni.
Even Ubers between the two teams, but 2 players down for Pojkarna.
Locked
So
very low.
Smug seems like
Goes
they want to
down.
dry push this right now.
Seems to be
Very,
working for
very
him.
aggressive. The combo for Pojkarna not really able to do much and having to come onto the point to defend that. Good
Scouts at
stickies by
Pojkarna.
Scotch there.
Mm.
Good stickies by Scotch. Still, Geo does have that equal Uber, so should be able to push second when he gets his players up.
Even Ubers Pojkarna seems to be looking to push through cafe side. Just try pushing it. Zeta goes down very early. Ubers come out, get traded. Red team forced to multi. Not coming out with the best health.
And Sibling does go down to a lock there, but with
Brandy
Scotch
very
down
weak.
for Pojkarna.
Trades.
So many down for Pojkarna right now. This is going to be second for Smug.
That's
Soldiers
gonna
in
have a
on the
hard
med
time
though.
surviving.
Pame getting Geo. Really good work by Pame there.
Alice
Zato
gets
getting
out.
aggressive on second, just delaying for his team, which is really good work by him. And he walks away with his life, and he picks up space as well.
Wow.
Really good work by Zato there, able to allow for his spawners to come up and get a good defense kind of going for this last here.
Alice has got 40% advantage and it's growing as Geomanus is not healing. Just starting now. Ransomling's getting in.
And Sibling getting taken down.
Is
quickly.
eliminated by Ben.
It is only 7 minutes on the clock though, so this should be playing into the factor. We see space on Spy, and he's not looking for forward spawn this time, it appears. So, let's see what he's
Space
trying
has
to
gone
do.
spy. Space has gone spy.
Yeah, I mentioned that
Oh, did you?
about
Sorry.
10 seconds ago, my friend. That's all right. If you do see him and
Or
he's
getting
getting spotted
healed.
out, Alice knows. But Alice on his own. Ah,
Gets the saw off as well.
yeah. Alice getting that uber charge there.
Another back cap going.
Yeah, back cap again, and I think the back cap's going to get this.
It will.
Neutral's going to get this in time.
Oh, just...
Soldier coming in
Oh,
though,
not
but
quite.
still. Oh, he doesn't get it. Good work
And
by
the crit's coming
Pojkarna
out from
going
blue
back
team.
there. Uber being
But the Uber
forced out.
counters it.
They're going to just cycle this. But Pojkarna getting some good frags there onto Randy.
Pojkarna, the
So-
boys, recognise that fast enough.
Pojkarna going to be able to come out and take this.
Geoman still has the Uber, and Alice goes down, so they're going to have a solid advantage if they elect to push, get some kits.
So many down for Pojkarna at the moment. It seems to
And the
be
weak
such a
players.
back and forth between these two teams. Good pipe by Oni on the Scotch then. Really nice work there. Do see Smug pushing through Valley here. Geo is very laggy, perhaps. He's on the Crits Creek, which is something to note. He has that full Crits Creek play. Soldier bombing in on him. Does get forced
Oh,
out of
that's
that Crits Creek.
unfortunate.
But
He gets
Geo
chopped
ends
up.
up, yeah, going down. It's the nature of the crits. You're not invulnerable, so it
Exactly.
doesn't work out too well for him, unfortunately.
Plus he was on 100 odd ping as he got bombed. Only doing
Pojkarna
okay, that's
coming
trying
in.
to get in. Good frags on both sides. Neutral picking up Ben. I mean,
Geo is
good
up
save
now
as
though,
well.
so should really get a good Uber advantage if his team if his team grinds this out. Geo's just on mid with a scout there, backing off now that he's going to grind it out. Try to engineer a Uber advantage. We do see Smug just holding pretty far back here, with Pojkarna just having a peek through Cafe. They do have a sniper up, which is Ben this time on sniper, the Korean ping master, well known for his
Korean coach.
drag scopes on that Korean ping. So let's see what he can get. I'm just peeking at Choke.
Pojkarna has just managed to walk in and cap that fairly easily.
I think the fear of that sniper kind of forced a bit of a backup. We just see a
Smug
rotate
pushing
here.
aggressively, yes.
Smug at Valley
Haven't
here.
used yet.
Haven't used yet, and good milk by Geo there. But
Scotch is very weak. They're going to have to make some ground up towards that choke point.
Alice
Uber's
now
fading
getting that
off.
Uber charge, getting forced out at Choke there. Good job by Ran Sibling. Getting that force out from Alice there. And this looks like it's going to be mid for Smug.
Oh, Lock hitting shots.
Yeah, Locke doing great work here, just scaring the scout off right there. But Locke going down now to Geo, Manus and Alice is in a very bad spot here. Definitely looking like he's going to
cheap
get
nicely.
out.
Well, let's down to 23. Got directed at a really bad time.
Alice still making that alive. Dodging some pipes there.
Oh, she gets taken down by a roller. He gets
Oh.
taken down by a roller.
Good work by Oni there. And we do see Smug just getting aggressive on this second. And with 3 minutes on the clock. And this is match point for Smug, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they'll go to a third.
So this is going to be make or break for Pojkarna right now for this second map. We do see Uber charge coming in here now for Pojkarna. Good milk by Giamannis there. Flashing all over the place to save his
Trying to
players,
focus down
but
that
not a
heavy.
lot of frags coming out now.
It's not working.
So many going down for Smug here.
Giamannis very weak, getting chased.
This is not good news for Smug, only Geo up,
That backhand might have bought Giamannis enough time. Guts on him there.
certainly. If I'm correct, it's 4-2 on the scoreboard right now. So
Yes.
with so many minutes on the clock, I think we see Space on Spy again, not going for the forward spawn this time. With 2 minutes on the clock, I think victory for the map is almost assured, so maybe he's going going for a bit of a cheeky back cap play, or just maybe
Yes.
going for a bit of a muck around style?
It's
Yeah.
happening!
Oh my god.
Oh.
The spy back cap. It's
What
not
a player.
something you see every day, but when you see it, it's an experience. So, we do see the second map going to Smug there, going 5-2. Very dominant map, and that means we're going to see a third map.
Oh, yes.
We're going to see a third map, Arnold, which will be Snakewater. And
Just looking back at the stats for the first map, because we were really interrupted by actual gameplay. Zato, 23 kills, and then 4.3k damage as scout is pretty good.
Zato's just had a huge presence this whole game, I feel, on Sunshine. He's been able to take 2v1, 3v1 situations and just buy so much time, make so much room for his team in terms of allowing them to get spawners up, and just engineering great picks from him. He's been a really key player this whole map, and I think that's evident. You can just see in the amount of frags he's got in this first half. Just crazy work by him, honestly. And yeah, I think he's just been amazing, doing really, really well.
Looking at the medics, Geomantis has been doing a great job of keeping alive with 6 deaths to Alice's 11, and also doing 5.1 healing, 5.1k healing to Alice's 4.6. So Smug have had a lot more HP on the field in these fights.
I think that's also kind of indicative of the amount of Ubers. Like, Geo was able to get 10 Ubers out compared to Alice's 6, and one of those was a drop. So he was able to deploy, double the amount of Ubers that Alice was able to deploy. So that's something that's, very indicative of why the first half went 3-1, I feel. Just Geo able to keep alive so much more and able to, do that kind of stuff. I think something else to note, though, is that Scotch is second fragging for Pojkarna in that second half compared to in the first map when I think he was kind of on the back foot, wasn't doing as well as Oni. It seems like he, at the moment, is getting a lot more frags than Oni is, but he was 1k damage below Oni, with Oni top damaging for that whole half at 5.8, where Scotch is on 4.9. So it seems like, while Scotch got a lot more frags, he just didn't have enough as high a damage output as Oni.
Look at the second half. Randy did really well. I'm surprised. He got 30 kills in that second half.
Yeah, Randy doing crazy well. But
I think a lot of them were heavy kills, to be honest.
Yeah, I think the Randy heavy last play was part of why there were so many kills. It just felt like a lot of the times that Pojkarna were pushing through and then just came into the meat grinder of the heavy that was the last hold heavy. And it seemed like it was the same for Smug. You can see Zato topping frags, coming second frag, but topping frags for Pojkarna there, who was also the heavy weapons guy. It feels like everyone was on heavy this game, looking at these second half logs. It seems like everyone wanted to have a bit of a go. But I think something else to note is that, Locke with a huge 8.6k damage, massive damage from a lot of the heavy hitters, Oni in space doing a crazy amount. But I think what's really important to look at is that Scotch on 6k damage compared to Oni's 8.5. Just a crazy amount of damage from the demo man and pocket from Smug, whereas it just felt like Locke was the real main damage dealer for main damage explosive class dealer for Pojkarna that second half, which kind of what resulted in them losing that second half there.
I completely agree.
I think also, looking at it again, Alice, died 13 times compared to Geo's 7. Obviously, there are a fair amount of crits out, so that kind of skews the amount of Ubers that Geo had.
Yeah.
But you can see he had 17 to Alice's 12. So still a significant amount more Uber charges kind of coming out there. Aside from that, we see Zato, once again doing a huge amount of work on that scout, as we were mentioning before. But aside from that, it seems kind of like what you'd expect.
So
Aside
we're on the
from,
third map, Snakewater. Cider. So
Yeah.
this was Smug's pick?
Yeah, so Smug picked Sunshine and Snake as their 2 maps, whereas the first map we saw, Gullywash, was the pick of Pojkarna.
What's your predictions, Oxy?
Given how, we kind of thought Sunshine would go the way of Smug, given, such a dominant map they played, like it was such a dominant map for them in the upper bracket final. I honestly feel that Smug are going to take it again. I feel like, we've been saying Smug are going to take a lot, but they are, I think, tipped favourites for Div 2 this season.
Oh, definitely.
And I think there's a reason for that, because they've just been such a dominant team this whole season. So I'm going to say 5-1. I feel like that Spy back cap would have rattled Pojkarna possibly a little bit.
That's
Like
true.
it's never nice to lose a back cap, especially when the Spy has a guitar taunt, which I don't know about you, but that just puts me on edge, especially that guitar taunt. It's something about it just rattles me. So I feel like I'm going to say 5-1 because I feel like it's going to take a few definitive mids for Pojkarna to kind of get back in that groove and get back in that feel of coming in and standing a good chance against Smug. That said, they're both grand final teams, so I think they've both certainly got it in them. But I think
Yeah, I agree with you. I think something like 5-2 would be expected, but I don't think they're going to be easy rounds again. I think a lot of sniper play will come into it hopefully, and it'll be a bit closer than 5-2 may seem.
I think something to think about as well is I think there are a few New Zealand players in the game, and it's just coming on midnight for them now. So 3 maps is good, but fatigue is certainly going to be coming into it. I think for possibly a few of these players, could be a possibility as well. That could help Smug engineer a bit of a advantage. Anyway, I'm gonna say 5-1 Smug. I think.
All right.
For this one, what about you?
5-2, as I said before. I think it will be close rounds, though. I think we'll be here for another half an hour.
Possibly another hour at least.
Possibly.
So, for those of you who are just joining us, this is the AL 13 Division 2 Grand Final between Smug and Pojkarna. We are on the 3rd map, which is Snakewater. We have just seen Pojkarna take Gullywash 5-2, and then we've just seen Smug take Sunshine 5-3, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure it's 5-3.
Yes, 5-3. No,
and 5-2.
No, 5-2.
And we're now on to Snakewater here, which is going to be the 3rd map. This is the do or die map. Both of these teams want that shiny badge with the number 1 on it, and only one of them is going to get it. The other one's going to get a shiny badge with the number 2 on it, which, depending on how you like to count up or down, means certain things. But both these teams, they don't want to go home. They don't want to. Well, they're not going to go home. They don't want to lose. Both of them are guaranteed a badge with a number, but they want the one with the number 1 on it. So that's what we're fighting for.
Fighting for the forum badges.
And I do believe it's correct that if Pojkarna managed to win this one, coming in as the lowest seed, they have to play a game, if I'm not mistaken. That's how typically double elimination works.
I think you have a better grasp of that than me.
It was the case for Premier, whereas if Massive had won, then have to play again. So I do believe it's the same case that if Pojkarna win this map, they have to come back and play again, if I'm not mistaken.
Who are we waiting for? Seems like Alice's computer is having some trubs.
Yeah, I think it's in a fair few of these games that we've covered. It seems that I know that Alice's rig isn't that great I'm pretty sure he plays on like 30 FPS or something similar. I've seen some photos of the FPS which aren't brilliant, but I know there have been some pauses and some computer restart throughout the final series for Div 2. So I think we're probably going to see that coming in here. Possibly. I think it was a case in possibly one of the other games that they had to get another med in due to the length of the computer restart happening. But
I think of all the players, we have one team reading up. I think of all the classes that you could have computer issues with, medic would probably be the best one. But we're going live.
alrighty, and we do see second half here. I'm going to be
Smug.
having a look at
Smug on the
Oni.
blue side, seeing if Oni can capitalize on that surf. Getting there quick,
Scotch.
but not before Scotch.
Scotch getting some good sticks out there.
Red managing to spam back the blue team quite a lot.
Good height being taken by Pojkarna here. Getting some good spam, but we do see a big bomb coming in now
And sibling
from
aggro.
Red Sibling.
Scotch is very weak.
Getting
Nearly
taken down. So many down for
Ben and
Pojkarna
Alice.
there. Space and Oni just able to get so many of Pojkarna's players there.
Definitely.
Smug winning that mid very definitively.
That was very
Going to
quick.
be able to take second. They're already all over it. And Smug are going to be looking to push in here through Rollador, it seems. Equal Ubers between the two teams, so possibly going to see a sack come in. But
Zaito
knowing
on the
Smug,
heavy.
they do just like to go for that Uber exchange. That's what it seems like they're going to be doing here.
Demi getting suspended, and the Ubers come out as well. Both
Seems
teams
like-
have multied quite hard.
Oni's
is
having
fairly
to back
weak.
out here.
Box
Block.
also resupping.
Lock a bit hurt, but nothing really too much. Just teams exchanging here. Smug on a minor advantage, but nothing to work off. Just trading spam between the teams. Pojkarna getting very aggressive on that right side of lobby there.
Smug will definitely be looking to just let this be a reset and not having to get pushed out of their lobby.
Certainly.
But Lock is managing to get space.
Smug just backing off to their second there, yeah. Not letting Pojkarna in lobby, but just backing
Ben's
up a
on the
little bit.
sniper.
Yeah, we do see Ben on sniper for Pojkarna.
Oh, gets Oni!
Good snipe by Ben there. But Geo is going to be up on his overcharge. They're not going to want to push this too soon. It's going to just delay the push from Smug, but Pojkarna seem to want to go off this. They want to be making a bit of room for
Box and the
Ben.
cheese, yeah, they're combos and cheese.
Exchange
Kind
coming
of
out
swap
here,
sides.
and it seems like
Space is looking to
Space is
go
going to pick up
last.
Space is going to pick up a few of the players. Pojkarna here.
It's gonna get pinched. Smug
Still,
were
he-
not very coordinated
He
in that
drew a lot of
push just then.
Pojkarna's players back there. Like, Pojkarna was getting very aggressive lobby, and Space just drew so many of their players back. Locked is getting shot out of the sky there. Not able to
Randy's
get
gone
anything.
down, Neutral's gone down.
Good work by Oni there.
Ooh,
Oni taking
jumping
so
at the
many of
last.
Smug's players down. And
bad luck.
Zato is taking down Oni, saying not today.
Geomanus running. Oh, goes
Ben's
for
all
the-
over Geo and Cheese. Geo's trying to juke him,
Ooh.
but goes down. It's going to be a Uber advantage for Alice if they're able to grind this out. Smug looking to back off through lobby here, not contest his second at all. Soldier behind
Only jumping
Smug.
aggro onto the point. Trying to stop this cap from going through, but it does.
Great work from Pojkarna there, though, cleaning up so many of Smug's players. Just denying that aggression there.
The control point
Alice on a 30% advantage there, so it's going to be good work here for Pojkarna here. They're going to be pushing on to the second, most likely.
Space going down with the equalizer. Pojkarna have really good positioning over this point right now.
captured.
Yeah, good work by Pojkarna, just bringing this in through underneath. Still 2 down for Smug. They're going to have spawners up, but there's an overcharge, so
They have to be focusing the mid here.
Pojkarna use here. Good focus here.
Oh, not quite. Time
And,
going down on the point, but the Uber from Smug seems to have stopped it in its tracks.
Yeah, really good work here from from Smug here just to defend this last point here. Big fight kind of going on here. Alice still sticking with the demo man. Someone's on last.
Nice.
Great work from Pojkarna here. Just able to just come in here and take the first round of this third map. They don't want to go home, Arnold. They don't want to go home. They don't want to be here.
They want the badge of the lower number. That's
Yeah,
what they
man.
want.
But we're going to be looking at Oni once more, I think, coming out onto this mid here. He is just as fast as Scotch. Scotch wasn't...
That's the first sticky off.
Yeah, gets the first good sticky off. And
Scotch gets good damage on him though. And the Roma, Pam, comes in and really locks out space in the medic.
yeah, good height being taken here, but two
Smug goes
down.
down.
Scotch goes down, and this is going to cue huge aggression here from Smug. Just chasing Pojkarna out through Saw here. That's going to be a very definitive mid for Smug there.
Ransibly and a scout just went in behind the combo there and made all of Pojkarna turn around, and the heavies of Smug just clean him right up. Easy off
Certainly.
Bam.
We see Smug coming out through Saw here, and this should be a second for them. Just not allowing anything to come through Cheese or through Sticky. They do have a sniper, Pojkarna do, peeking through lobby there, trying to get a pick out on train perhaps. But he has been spotted out, and Smug aren't going to let him get anything. Smug just holding back. Equal
Zato
overs
again
now.
on the heavy.
Yeah, Zato up on the heavy, but we should see possibly a sack coming in here soon from Smug. We do see Rand Sibling going down through lower. He sees the sticks there. He
Oh,
tries to
Randy gets
jump.
picked.
He sees the heavy weapons guy. Doesn't get anything.
Rip and dip.
And with Randy going down as well, this
Space is
cue
hiding.
push from Pojkarna here. Pojkarna seem like they want to go off this.
Space choke just rockets a bit. I think he might go down on the right side of mid.
But yeah,
But he's
Pojkarna
got
all over this
to go
second right
behind
now.
on the demo. Scotch 52, pretty weak.
Huge work here.
Uber
Uber
gets
coming out.
Pojkarna.
This could possibly go well for Smug if they're able to pick up a few frags here. Yeah, they do get locked there.
Medics
This is
isolated
great.
on the pack.
This is
so-
great for Smug right now. Al is surfing away and managing to... Oh, just gets caught there in lobby. But only one up at the moment. So this is going to cue a dry push here from Smug. No one on point, so sticking it up and...
Scout might be able to defend us in time. Oh, but
Good-
Ransoming bombs in.
good
They're
bomb
going
in
to focus
from
down on
Rand.
heavy ASAP.
Demo isn't really being focused too hard yet. Oni's able to juke so hard on this last. Oni,
31.
Oni,
Oh my god!
Oni does all of this last. Oh, Alice cleans him up, but this is going to be a last for Smug.
Wow.
1-1. Oni just juking so many of Pojkarna's players there.
31 health. Bouncing
Just-
around.
Allowing for his team to come in then and clear around. But let's give Scotch some love this mid. Let's give Scotch a bit of love. Coming out now, coming out through Sword. Whipping out the sign. Nice to see.
Slower than Oni this time. Taking early damage as well.
Yeah, we see Pojkarna soldiers trying to get good height, but
Oh, gets a really nice kill on Randy. Soda's jumping behind him.
Oh, so many down, 3 down. With the demo down for Smug, they're going to want to back off this straight away. Good work by Pojkarna there. They're mopping up the frags. And,
Oh,
oh,
Scotch!
Geo! Scotch! Huge work by Scotch. And
Scotch
Scotch is on a,
should be
Scotch has got a scout on him. Neutral does get him, but it's going to be a huge advantage for Alice there. This is great work by Pojkarna here. Going to get second, and they're going to want to be going off this straight away. They're going to have spawners up, but I don't think Rand Sibling's going to have that level 3 gun up just yet. He's only just coming up on a level 1, and it's going to go...
Neutral
Oh, but
sacks
Pain!
Pain out.
Neutral getting a
And
good sniper.
headshots locked.
Pojkarna are going to go off this anyway. Lock goes down as well to that level 1 sentry there. And Pojkarna's going to back off straight away. This is not looking good for Pojkarna right now. Smug are going to want to get really aggressive on this and try to get them down. Pojkarna just backing off through Saw here, and Smug are going to be all over this second now. We do see Pame just peeking over grass, trying to get a pick onto second, but Smug know it, and they're wrapping around a sawmill now. It's going to be pushing through there. They're coming up on 90% of their Uber charge, so they're going to have an Uber charge up very, very, very soon, and they're going to want to go right away. And we just see the Uber coming out now from Smug onto this mid.
Pame early
Pojkarna
down.
are going to back right off that. Pame goes down straight away. And it looks like a
Lock
Scout's
dies
going to
as
get
well.
caught out here.
And Alice goes down.
Alice goes down as well.
Not backing up enough.
It's not good news
And a pause?
for that. Yeah, and we do see a pause coming out here. I'm not sure what the pause is. I'm presuming I'm gonna take a wild guess and assume it's an Alice PC issue, but I don't know.
It could also be a GMNS ping thing.
Oh, true.
Maybe it just hasn't updated on the Hutterinos.
It is a minute and a half into the future, so we do see only 2 up at the moment for Pojkarna right now, and it seems like Ben might not get out with his life, given his positioning just outside of Saw Room there. So I think we'll see Smug wanting to push this on straight up into last. So
Looking at the live logs that have gone so far, Ben has been having a good game with 11 kills. Lots of snipes, lots of heavy action. Not as much damage as the other players on his team, but seems to be cleaning up somewhere.
yeah, Ben's been feeling very dominant. But I think something to look at straight away is already Oni and Space are both over 3k damage, crazy amounts of damage coming out from those two this half, it feels. They've just been able to come in and just, especially on the mids, it just feels like the demo and soldier aggression is just cleaning up players so quickly.
And you can notice that Space is taking a considerable less amount of heals than in the last few games, where he's taking up to 60%. Now he's taking 36%, with Oni taking a good share of it along with Randy.
Certainly, we do see a pause here. 1-1 so far. If you're joining us, or if you just joined us, this is the OWL 13 Division 2 Grand Final. I'm Oxy, you're joined by Arnold, my co-caster, and
Hello.
Brodogs on production. This is the third map between Div 2 Grand Final between Smug and Pojkarna. Third map, currently in the first half, 1-1. Both teams are tied up with one map each. This is the make or break for these two teams to come out the crowned winners of Division 2. So everything's on the line here for these two teams. They just have a pause coming in where you do see Smug just taking this mid quite
So
comfortably.
what looks to be happening is Alice is just coming up, and Geomantis is only on 16%, so depending on how hard Geomantis decides to grind, or if at all, it should just be even for Smug and Pojkarna. Plus with the spawns that... I don't know, I think Pojkarna will maybe get the forwards.
Certainly, that is a possibility. Just kind of finding out what to go with this pause is.
Now we're back.
Lovely.
Haven nearly gets caught.
Certainly, we do see Smug now just pushing down through this lower lobby here. Getting very aggressive onto the second. Oni taking really nice height there. Able just to lock out a few players. Big bomb coming in from Pame, but not able to get Geomantis. And we do see Pojkarna just coming out and able to defend this second.
Scout's very weak, neutral. Oh, Randy.
Alrighty, and we do see here just Pojkarna on their second now. Just grinding out this Uber charge. And we should see Smug just...
Ooh, Space gets dropped by his trap from Scotch. Wasting half the Uber. And Alice finally pops. But Smug have managed to get out fairly cleanly. Neutral's going in for a flank on the medic. Alice down to 80.
This is great work by Pojkarna, getting 3 players down already. Really
Smug
good
just-
aggression from them.
Yeah, leading their players not too great.
Our control point is being captured.
And we just see Pojkarna here pushing through lower lobby onto this second here. Just coming out of storeroom here, clearing off some sticks.
Geomantis with a slight ad.
Certainly.
They could-
we did
they
see
could-
a huge bomb though from Rand Sibling. Alice is kind of walking away with it.
If they get on fast enough, they're able to get the medic in, they get Alice.
This is great work by Smug. I just kind of feel like they're bringing their roamer in and just doing really. Alice, this is
Knock
not.
bombs down onto Geomantis.
We do see though, Alice is now with Geomantis down. There's going to be an uber advantage for Pojkarna if they're able to grind it out here. You see Smug just getting very aggressive on this mid, trying to cap it up here, but Pojkarna out to defend, and Smug is going to back off, knowing that Alice has that advantage. Going to back off to their second now. Ren Sibling taking down Paim, and Zato responding with a shot onto Ren Sibling there, taking him down. Getting really aggressive here, Pojkarna out of Sawmill here, trying to possibly catch out some players who are holding too close. Alice on that 90%, but Lock goes down. Scotch picking up Randy, but still with lockdown, it's going to delay the push from Pojkarna.
The neutral side of the fight though.
Point is being contested.
You see the demo getting juggled, and Alice has to use the save, and it looks like demo Scotch is never going to get anything here, and Rand Sibling takes him down. So, bit of an unfortunate Uber from Pojkarna there, able to get anything done at all.
Geomantis to garner that 90% advantage.
Yeah, and this should cue the push from Smug here out on the mid. Pojkarna should just back off this with their demo man only just coming up. They're not going to be looking to defend this at all. And Ben goes down there, and yeah, just Smug's collapsing in on the players of Pojkarna here. Just getting really aggressive. And we see Smug just pushing out here through this sawmill. Getting really aggressive.
Space very weak. The players on Smug are really weak.
Yeah, we see the Uber into lobby here. Players on
Uber's
Pojkarna.
popped
Hey,
out from
Pojkarna have a sniper up
Jazz.
now. You have a sniper up on this balcony. Demo bomb from Oni here, picking up Alice.
Point's gonna go through.
Only 2 are up now at the moment for Pojkarna. I'm just going to cue a dry push from Smug here, taking in underneath. Players already
Straight
on
on.
it. And yeah, this is going to be a
Geomantis
2-1?
with arrow kill onto Scotchman.
2-1 for Smug so far in this first half. Do you want to take us to this mid? Do you want to have a look at Oni?
Abso-smurfly. Only going through cheese. Bit slow by the looks of it. Scotch there, definitely before him. Early height being taken by the red team. The scouts playing on the log. Soldier high jump Rand Sibling onto the lock. Lock's gonna be very weak, he's not in this fight at all. Smug's pushing across point to their demo man, but only gets piped and killed.
Good aggression from Pojkarna here. Only 2 up at the moment.
Well, Lock just flies out of
Oh,
the kitchen and picks
Geo.
up 2 kills.
Is Geo going to get out in time? It's a great chase. He's going out window, and the soldier sees him. Soldier. Oh! Lock trading for Geo Manus there. Oh, good work by
Hashtag
Lock to
worth.
take down Geo though. Going to give Alice a huge
Rance is on
advantage.
mid, Rance is jumping mid. Oh my god, gets denied. Oh, he just got air shot and then scattered.
We do just see Pojkarna pushing through lower lobby
Control point is being captured.
with a full Uber
Randy
advantage
goes
here.
down, that's unfortunate as he was flooding out too.
Yeah, it just feels like Randy's had a pretty tough game so far.
Yeah.
Feels like he hasn't really been making that big of an impact, I feel. But
You can
We'll
definitely
see.
say that Randy is the more passive scout, along with Ben being the equivalent on the other team. But yeah, seems to be having just not the best.
Should see the Uber charge kind of coming in now. Good job by Alice there, flashing onto Lock.
Staying alive too.
Good aggression here from Pojkarna. So many Smug players, Oni and the heavy, so many players for Smug are down right now. This should be a round for Pojkarna. It's 2-2 so far in the half.
Wow.
Very even half from the two teams, it feels.
Yeah.
Really good back and forth.
I'm going to see where Randy goes. I'm just analyze the scouts play.
Certainly, we do see Oni getting very aggressive on mid here, trying to lock out a lot of the players from Pojkarna here.
Scout in the air should go down, Zato
Good,
down. Yeah, that's 3 players for Podge that are down, and Locke's caught in the air.
It was just really good,
by Rant.
really good height taking by the two scouts there. We see Randy chasing for the med.
Oh,
He does pick up Pain, and he picks up
And
Alice
Alice.
as well. Randy. First, I think we were saying it before that he didn't think he was having a great game, but there we go.
There
Randy
it is.
just picking up 2 players there, and it's going to be a big Uber advantage, big push in from Smug. And now we should just see Smug. Yeah, they're Ubering out that right side now. Good focus fire on that heavy there. Getting down 2 players already down. Scotch and
So
Zato
fast, this
down
round
for
is going
Pojkarna.
through.
And
Look at
that's it,
that.
that's half. Well, Smug.
All Smug needs are 2 rounds to be Division 2 champions.
Certainly.
For Pojkarna, and they need 3, like, so close. I think it shows how well Pojkarna have just come out and proved themselves that they're grand final quality, because, you know, as we were saying at the start of the cast, like, Smug have been easily the favourites and having very decisive victories against Smug the whole season.
Yeah, it
in
feels
the,
like in a lot of the other games we've seen, Pojkarna have always kind of been on the back foot. It feels like it's kind of been like tiered in terms of like, you know, like GTSM were there who came in third, and we had like we had Pojkarna, and then we had Smug, and they were all just like one rung above the other. It just felt, whereas it feels like Smug and Pojkarna are a lot closer in this grand final than I would have expected
Yeah.
from these two teams. Alrighty, and we should just be getting some logs up shortly.
Ooh, lovely. Hopefully they won't ruin too much by the pause.
Yeah, they were ruined a little bit, but I guess anyway, let's have a look at these logs. So we do see Space and Oni doing a huge amount of damage, doing 6k damage that half,
Wow.
compared to Scotch's 4.7. Equal on the frags, but just Space and Oni, 2 massive damage dealers for the Smug team, and just doing a crazy amount of damage there.
GMS again having less deaths than Alice, and it shows in the heals and the Ubers, with having a good 800 HP above Alice, which instead of the kind of short half that it was, is a fair amount. Both the
Certainly.
heals are quite similar.
I think something to note though that the Ubers seem fairly even between the two of them, regardless that like he was able to put out a bit more heals, but it was still, you know, fairly even Ubers between the two teams. So, you know, I think pretty even between the two teams. I think, you know, both the scouts, you know, both the passive scouts on around the same amount of kills, and both the aggressive scouts on the same amount of kills. So it seems, you know, fairly even in that regard.
Yeah, definitely.
I think something to possibly look at is that, you know, I was going to say something to look at is it feels like it was pretty even between these two teams, which I think we can kind of see in the score. You know, 2-3 going in favour of Smug that half, but it felt like, well, I think the explosive classes for Smug were a lot stronger than the explosive classes for Pojkarna. They were still, I feel like the scouts made up for that, as well as like the coordinated team play, you know, which is why we saw such a tight half between the two teams.
Yeah. I was wrong about these being super long. rounds. Some of them have been quite decisive and very quick.
Certainly.
We see Locke, who's usually the spearhead and a bit of a star of the team, of the boys, is at the bottom of the scoreboard right now.
Certainly, I think you probably have nothing to find. We're going into the second half here.
Hey,
For those of you who are just joining us, this is the AL13 Division 2 Grand Finalist in the third map. Final half between these two teams. This is the make or break.
this is it.
And I think we're going to be having a look at Oni on this mid here.
Scotch is fast again. Oh, Oni's fast.
Oni just coming out getting really aggressive. Good height being taken here by Smug.
Heals are definitely
Big
going
bomb
the way
coming
of
in
Smug,
from Red
though.
Sibling on the med. Oh, it does get a good rocket off. But
Smug is just buffed and ready
Alice
to go.
goes down there.
Yeah, Blue is
And
just not in it. Pame is still looking to jump in, maybe get a pick on this demo. If he does, oh, Oni goes down. Suicides.
It's bad news for
The control point is being captured.
I think
bad
it
news
should
for
be fine.
Pojkarna there. Just getting wiped up on that mid there. We're going to see a full Uber advantage push. And this is not what Pojkarna want to see. They're
Absolutely not.
3-2 and it could easily become a 4-2 very, very quickly.
I think we'll see the push immediately. They're going to wait for Oni to get there and then they'll go. We've got the heavy and the engineer. Where's the engineer set up? Far on the left side.
Yeah, the engineer's got level 2, so we should have level 3 by the time they want to push in. So we should see a pretty solid defense coming out from Pojkarna here. Did we see the Uber coming out
Left
here?
side. Yeah, we got to focus down the sentry if they
The
get some
sentry
good
has been
their
spotted
explosive
out
passes.
by Geo Manus, and it is getting focused down
Yeah,
very
straight
hard.
down. Nice, that's good.
Drawing a lot of
Next should be the
attention though
heavy.
from Smug's players, and gonna need to clean up with these frags here. Zato just taking down.
Zato. This big old gun. The combo for Smug not looking great. Geomantis is going to have to die, yeah.
That heavy weapons guy just holding off the push from Smug there, and that's a full Uber advantage for
Smug's
Pojkarna there.
been seriously, I wouldn't say pioneering, but they've been doing really well with the off classes that they've chosen. Like when we've played matches against them on Viaduct, they had Perma Heavy and Sniper and destroyed us. And these heavy holds and these engineer holds are really getting popularized.
Certainly, we did see Ran Sibling going down there.
I was really lucky that Alice didn't die.
Yeah, a bit of pill spam coming in there. We did see Pojkarna just being able to take this mid. Smug don't really want to contest it at all. Pojkarna, with this full Uber advantage, are able to get their second mid, and most likely the second is Smug. So, really good work from them, just able to muscle them out and get a lot of room for that Uber charge.
Uber's
They do
coming
pop it
through
out
for
here
Sawrim.
at Sawmill.
I don't know if they're going to be able to get enough ground forward. They're going to get pick on this Sniper. That might be about it.
So we
Flank
did see
coming onto
neutral
Scotch.
coming out
Scotch
here.
goes down.
Geo goes down though to Locke, so really good work by Locke there. So many down at the moment for
Scotch is
Smug.
weak on the left side, but Locke and Pame go down as well. Smug should be able to hold this for now.
You see Pojkarna
Corner's
want to
coming
dry
very
push this
soon.
perhaps? Zato goes down to a nice pipe, and that's going to cue the back off there for Pojkarna. Alice just backing off. Possibly going to go down in cheese here. Yeah, Alice goes down in cheese there.
It's unfortunate. Ben Scout on 9 health backing up. Goes down. Pame, massive shot on neutral.
Yeah, really good work by Payne. They're getting that shot. We do see Locke going down late into that fight there, but we do see Scotch coming out from Sawmill.
Both
Getting
pockets are
very
traded.
aggressive here. Zato going down.
Randy trades, so he gets a kill with it.
Smug just coming out onto this mid. Looking
Yeah,
to
and he's just forwarding. They know he can forward. He knows he can forward. Lots of damage on their combo.
Brand Sibling bombing in, not able to get much, but damaging a lot of their players, forcing them to back off there. We did see the mid coming back the way of Smug.
Uber advantage on their side as well.
So then we should see Smug getting ready to huff and push out into the second.
Should be. Possibly through Sorum would be the wisest choice. Let's just go now.
Certainly,
Alice gets a
Geomantis.
really good surf away.
Good Uber though from Geo there onto that.
Space should just be able to walk forward to get the medic, yeah.
Yeah, Alice
Lock should
goes
die
down
as
here.
well.
And that soldier's going to go down in lob. It's a really
Space
bad
goes
news
really
here
well.
for Pojkarna. They just got really... They got crushed by that Uber charge from Smug there.
Yeah.
And Smug is going to come right in onto this last. Only
Ben's
Ben's
weak
alive.
too.
So that's going to be a round for Smug, and that's 4-2 to Smug. And if Smug win, you know, they're grand final champions.
Yeah.
So
Match point, league point, Div 2 point. Let's see how this goes.
this is going to be... everything's on the line now for Pojkarna, it seems.
Scotch there really fast again. Full health, not taking any damage. Lock getting aggro on the right side. Getting some shots, but taking too much damage. Players on Pojkarna losing. Lock
Huge
suicides.
soldier aggression from Smug right now.
Then
And,
goes down to an
that's gonna be
Alice,
such
just gonna run.
Such a definitive mid, and Alice needs to get out with his life here. If he doesn't get out with his life, he's really put his team on the back foot here. You know, last match point, and Smug are just all over this second right now. And it seems like Pojkarna wanting to defend, but Payne goes down. So it's going to be one down for this push.
Not sure if that was necessary.
And I think that knowing Smug, they just want to Uber charge in and go for an exchange here. With one player down at the moment, they're going to see what they can get with it. And here we go. The Uber comes in. Good focus fire on the heavy. Does get flashed. But
Scotch
Pojkarna having to flash a lot.
Wickers.
That heavy weapons guy just chasing away the players from Smug here. Big bomb from Rand Sibling. A
Oh,
huge
the
aggression
red
here from the soldiers. Oh, and that's going to be it. That's a wipe. That is done and done.
Wow.
That is GG, everyone. That is
Division 2.
Smug. Your grand final champions for Division 2.
Wow.
And,
That's it, no second final.
there you go. There's
Good
no second
game.
final. That is it.
Those last two rounds were really good in the favour of Smug. They just got it together, solidly performed, had really good Ubers, made good decisions, and proved themselves to be the Division 2, best team in Division 2.
Certainly. And do we want to look over the stats, or do you want to just get straight into interviews?
Oh, I don't mind. Have we got players ready for interviews? I doubt it.
I think we're just getting a few loading in at the moment, but
So we're going to go straight to the interviews as soon as they get here.
do have a few players in from either team. Randy, do you know if you got any other players coming in from you guys?
No. Just me and Gio.
Alrighty. Too easy. Do we know if we have anyone coming in from Pojkarna at all?
I feel like they may be a little disappointed, so I'd hope they'd like to come
Lock's
in.
coming, Lock's coming. And Space
Very good.
as well.
Alrighty.
But
Too
Space is in our team.
Yeah, but he's coming as well.
Oh, cool.
Alrighty, we'll just wait for a few other people to kind of come in.
Oni.
Hello.
Hello!
Just kidding. We're gonna have our whole team.
Alright, cool.
Fuck the rules.
Alrighty.
Alright, lead us off.
So we do have...
Should have a couple others coming.
Oh, can
Alright,
Wait.
let's wait for them then.
Wait, guys, before we get into interviews, are you able to just register in the Mumble server just so people in the Mumble rooms can give you guys a bit of a listen, so they can listen in on the interviews?
It's gonna cost you.
How do I do that?
So if you go
How do
self, up the top of Mumble, you go self, and then it'll be registered down at the bottom there.
Okay, done.
I've registered.
I am
I
registered.
learned something
Thank you, my friend.
new today.
Alright, I think we'll just get into it straight away. So we've got...
Yep, we've got some people.
Sorry, my Mumble crashed. Give me a moment.
We've got basically all of Smug here with Lock as well. And I think you'll have the list of questions, Oxy, since you're the experienced caster man.
No, we won't.
Oh god.
Mm,
Well, how does Smug feel about the way they performed? Do they feel like they should have won more decisively, or do you feel like
we were disappointed.
tried
that,
really
we
hard
managed to
and
draw a map.
came well?
We were like, we were
Were we there?
undefeated in maps.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll kind of go into who we've got here. We do have Geomanus, Locke, Neutral, Oni, Randy Space, and Rand's sibling, and Zato's joining us as well from both teams. I guess I'll throw over the first question to Smug. Who speaks for Smug? I guess all of you do.
Hi.
All right.
Yeah.
Please no.
Pick,
Well,
pick one of us
prob-
at random.
Preferably not space, but just
Whoever,
feels like
whoever wants
speaking
to
again.
keep space in check, please feel free.
Alright.
Well, I'll answer the questions.
Alrighty. So, how are you guys kind of feeling coming into this? Obviously, you guys had picked some Neutral and Zato. Are you guys able to register in Mumble? Just go self and register before we get into it. Sorry. But as you guys are coming into this, obviously the map pick. So we saw Gullywash being the first map, which was the pick of Pojkarna. But you guys picked Sunshine and Snake. Obviously, you guys saw Sunshine in the upper bracket final, going 5-0 to you guys. You know, very dominant map for you guys. How are you guys kind of feeling going tonight? Do you think the map picks kind of favoured you? You guys are feeling pretty confident on the two? We saw, you know, I think Snakewater was very tight, and we saw Gullywash, especially that second half, being very tight between you two teams. So what were you kind of feeling going into tonight, looking at the maps, and then, you know, after you guys played Gullywash, how are you feeling?
Yeah, so Gullywash was a little disappointing from my perspective. We made a lot of misplays, and overall I think we were not very well practiced on that map. But Sunshine and Snakewater are the complete opposites. We're very well practiced on them, and it showed from our execution being pretty solid. So
Yeah, Gully was pretty weird. Like I was on 700 ping for about like the entire game. That's probably just I don't know, played a big role.
Yeah, fair
Yep.
enough.
Locke, how about you? How are you guys kind of feeling coming in tonight, looking at the map picks? Obviously, you guys took Gully, which must have been, you know, feeling pretty good given it was your map pick. But what were your kind of thoughts initially coming into tonight?
Yeah, well, I'd been checking the logs and noticed that Gullywash wasn't a map that they'd played pretty much at all, so figured we'd be able to do decently on that.
Yeah, and funnily enough, we kind of did the same thing, and like going through live logs, seeing what maps they were playing a lot, and we saw Gully, and we decided to still ban Ground over Gully because we just thought we had more of a chance on. Yeah, we thought we had more of a chance on Gully over Ground because we
Certainly.
didn't really have very good history of it. But yeah, Sunshine was our map, and Snake we knew was going to be tight, but we fairly confident on that as well.
It's about the momentum. Win
much
Sunshine,
it.
go on, take it to Snake.
Kind of what we relied on.
Yeah.
what's your
no,
second
answer.
question, Oxy?
He's dead.
He's dead.
How about you, Arnold? Do you have any questions for us?
I would like to ask Space,
I do.
Oh god.
why did you go spy?
I just saw a really
That's
good
the reason.
opportunity.
He
Like-
threw the Uber push to go spy. I know I
To
did.
prove to the Australian spy
It's
guild that
because
he was
Space is
Yeah.
literally autistic, that's why.
I'm
Yeah,
back.
so basically,
Gorilla.
like, yeah, I wanted to be best utility, and I really had to prove myself this game.
I've got a bit of a question for Smug guys. And this might bring up a bit of a painful past, so I apologise for that. But obviously last season, you know, bulk you guys played in Goggles, who were tipped to win Div 3.
Yep.
And you guys, you know, massive upset. You guys kind of got knocked out.
smashed.
Got knocked out in semis, and, you know, a bit of a sad story for you
Nice.
guys. How is that kind of feeling coming in tonight? How does it feel kind of coming in being Div 2 champions? Does it feel kind of... I remember last season when it happened, and
Feels very.
it was, you know, I know that you guys put a lot of work in. I heard a lot of people talking about last season. Was that a really driving force for you guys this season? I know you guys came in and were kind of tipped to win Div 2.
I'd say yeah, a little
But-
bit. Like Randy and Geo are like both Div 2 runner-up kings or something. So I think we really needed
first
to.
place king.
Oh yeah,
Second
Randy
time
first
in a
place
row.
king, rather.
I also do have a Div 2
There
trophy
you
as
go.
well.
There you go.
Okay, well, yeah, I felt the need to do it for all of our sakes, just as a team. We worked really hard this season, and
I'm pretty convinced that there's a curse on Div 3 as well. Anyone who's seeded first in Div 3
Yeah,
like
happened
loses to the
unicycle.
fourth.
Oh yeah.
yeah, let's blame it on the curse. Alright.
Rest in peace,
Certainly.
Unicycle.
Well, I'll throw a question over to Locke. Locke, for you guys, I think it was first season in 2 for you guys, or for some of your players.
Yeah, pretty
Is
much.
that-
And
is that correct?
others on like, and a few others playing like their first season on a particular class.
Yeah. So how are you guys kind of feeling about season as a whole? Obviously, you guys are coming in second place, so congratulations to you. It's no mean feat. But how are you guys kind of feeling?
Yeah, we felt. Yeah, it was pretty good. Like last game that grand final was pretty fun. So. can't
Yeah, I
complain,
actually
really.
enjoyed the
It
games a
was
lot
very
too.
intense. Good game.
Just wanna make that clear. I enjoyed the games a lot. That was really fun.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw one question over to you, Ran Sibling, and then I'll throw a question over to the two teams, and then we'll wrap it up. But Rans, you had a huge game on all maps. I just felt like you were coming in and having massive bombs in. Whenever you bombed, you're always picking up 2 or 3 of Pojkarna's players. How did you kind of feel about tonight? Obviously, I felt like you were very aggressive all the time, which you got a lot of really good picks off it. So, was that something you guys were just?
It was just communication. Like, I would ask my teammates where they are, if they're backing out or something, and then they'll just like tell me, and then I would call that I'm doing something, and we'd all just kind of coordinate going together, and it seemed to work. Really intense games all around there.
Certainly. And I've got a question for you, Gio. It seemed that you guys were going a lot of the repetitive crits play in terms of you guys were running crit. There are lots of times we saw on Gully.
Sure
You guys.
that we've never actually like played crits that much.
Yeah,
ever.
it was like completely on the spot, like all of those.
It was just like a last minute ditch.
I think there was
felt
one
like-
time where he spawned and he changed to crits and then to Uber and then to crits again. Things changed just on the spot.
Yep.
We were doing things.
It felt like sometimes it worked really well for you, but sometimes it didn't.
Yeah, well, it depended on well, basically we went crits when both medics died at a similar time, so we'd have like slight advantage and be able to use it. But sometimes the enemies are just positioned in like a way that we were not able to use the crits very effectively. So like a good example was when we were coming out of Cafe, Locke was able to pick me in Sunshine before we did anything with the crits on Sunshine. And other times he just didn't hit anything. No, because everyone's just we popped the crits, now we're running away. So very good play from the other team, and yeah, sometimes from us we just made mistakes. So
Certainly. All right, so I'm going to ask a question to both teams, and we're going to wrap it up and get down for some shout-outs. So just a question for both teams, and I'll give it to Pojkarna first. What's the story for you guys next season? How are you guys kind of feeling? What do you think the plans are? Anything in the works? And other question I had was I can't remember it, so I apologize. But yeah, so what's on the horizon for you guys?
I don't know. We probably won't even talk about it for a few weeks. I got exams for like the next 2 weeks, so I'm not even gonna launch the game for 2 weeks. So yeah, we'll probably just have a talk then, see what we want to do. I've seen a few prem rumblings that are interesting though from our scrims tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Could be literally anything.
Yeah.
Could come back and it's like a completely different team. Could be back at like the same team. Depends what happens and what players are looking to play.
Certainly. And how about you guys? How about the Smug Boys? What are the plans for you guys next season? Prem, see you there? Well, I won't see you there.
We're coming for you, cash money.
Oh yeah, going for it.
No, we'll probably stick around.
Call me a Tomo.
Yeah, we stuck around last season even after the upset. So yeah,
Certainly.
we'll probably stick around in Prem. Our first season of getting wrecked in Prem should be fun.
Can I put in the suggestion of the team name Shelter Frog? Maybe it's a classic emote. You might have heard of it.
Okay,
It might
we're
be-
switching emote name by the way. But
Yeah,
we're not
we've
really
looked,
sure.
we've looked through some emotes so far.
I think I'm going to put Shelter Frog in as a possible contender that might be worth looking at.
Alright.
Possibly. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. This has been a 3-hour cast for us, so long game for you guys.
It was a long game tonight.
Long cast for us, and I think it's certainly lacking some energy. But okay, let's do some shout-outs here. Gio, do you have any shout-outs for us, mate?
Yep, so I'd like to give a shout out to Pojkarna. They have some incredibly talented players, and even though we came out on top today, I'm glad I got the opportunity to play in such a close grand final. And yeah, thank you to all the casters, the Oz Fortress admins, and to Tommyist for being there and telling me I'm still a decent person.
Locke, any shout-outs from you, mate?
Yeah, shout out to Zumoj. He fell at the last hurdle, I guess, for the grand final. B1 boys, admins for running a pretty good season. Shout out to Smug, they were a better team tonight. And shout out to Big Rowan on the camera. And Red Hawk for doing some work as well.
Certainly. Neutral, any shout outs for you, mate?
Yep, I'd like to shout out all of our backups that played a couple of games. Ronnie, Arct, Cammy, and Render, thank you very much for playing.
Thanks, Cammy.
I'd also like to shout out Communist and Eleanor and
Again?
yeah, of course, Eleanor and the old Eleanor boys, Dreamy, Egg, Boogeyman.
GG Egg.
Only any shout outs for you, mate?
I'd like to shout out to the Simply Beige boys. Shout out to Pablo, shout out to Tim, shout out to all those people, shout out to Tom, shout out to Air, and shout out to all the production team for the cast as well. It's really cool having casts. And shout out to Space.
Randy, any shout outs for you, mate?
Shout out to Skype boys if they're still here for whatever reason. And Communist is a Jew, and that's about it.
Hey,
All right.
calm it down.
Hey,
buddy.
I'm talking about
All right.
technicalities.
Calm it down, my friend.
I've heard worse.
It's okay. It's okay, Randy.
Space, do we have any nice team shout outs for you, my friend?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to my team for crushing noobs.
For putting up with you, Space.
Yeah, that too.
crushing noobs
Yeah,
and
thanks,
putting up with
thanks
you.
for putting up with me sometimes. Shout out to Tom, shout out to Tonberry, shout out to Laser, shout out to Oni, and yeah, shout out to Payme, or Payme. Thanks for being a good sport, dude. And yeah, that's about it. And thanks to Air as well. Yeah, and yeah, that's it.
Zato, any shout outs for you, mate?
Yep. Shout out to Cruz, admins, and Valve for hopefully matchmaking soon.
True that.
Ran Sibling, any shout outs for you, mate?
Shout out to TVP, Cammy, B, Pablo, all the original Simply Beige boys, everyone that hangs out in the Pablo Socks Mumble, everyone who wished us luck on Steam and congratulated us. That's cool. Casters for casting for 3 hours, and Brodogs for streaming for 3 hours. It's pretty impressive. And Pojkarna, of course, for giving us a good game. It was really fun.
And Render, thank you, Render.
Yeah, too.
Certainly. Brodogs, any shout outs for you, mate, or do you want me to just get into mine?
Does he have a mic? I haven't heard him speak
Alright.
at all.
Dead
I'm gonna-
Brodogs.
I'm gonna get into mine. Shout out to Arnold, who unfortunately can't be here to split right after cast, but thank him for joining me for such a long cast. Shout out to Payme, who spent a few good hours with me today trying to sort out graphs for you guys for the cast tonight. And in the end, we kind of sorted out, had to rush it out in about 30 minutes. I had to sort it all out in a very limited amount of time, but I appreciate that he was willing to put in a good amount of time trying to sort out to have a nice, cool graphs for the cast, which I'm sure you guys will watch later. Shout outs to Brodogs for producing with us for so many hours. Shout out to the teams for playing. And yeah, that's all I've really got to say. For those of you who are just joining us, this is us wrapping up. You have been watching the AL13 Division 2 Grand Final between Pojkarna and Smug. Smug have taken it, being crowned the Division 2 champions, coming in at first place, taking it 2-1 over 3 maps. I've been Oxy, you've been joined by Arnold and Brodogs on production, and with this is us signing off.